Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We're now in 5 minutes away from kickoff at the London Stadium as Graham Potter takes charge for the first time in front of the Claret and Blue Army at home. Gonzo, how is oneself?
Well, I've seen the team. I was all right until I saw the team. Now, not so much.
On that note, I just want to say ignore the Fulham graphic on the screen right now. You can pay attention to that. That's accurate. The West Ham graphic that's popping up on your screen, ignore it. I have just put it together quickly. I know the starting 11, but obviously we don't know the formation or how people are going to play in it. So it's what I've sort of thrown together, and we're going to discuss it as we go. Anyway, the West Ham team is Lucas Fabianski in goal. Then I'm just going to read out the players and we can discuss it. Wan-Bissaka, Mavropanos, Kilman, Soler, Alvarez, Rodriguez, Emerson, Souček, Paqueta and Kudus. What do you make? Let me just pause the graphic on the screen, Gonzo, so it doesn't flip away, so we can have a little chat about it. So that's West Ham's team paused. This is my interpretation, and the reason being, process of elimination. There's only one alternative I can come up with. So the alternative is Alvarez is in the back three, Wan-Bissaka becomes the right wing back, and Soler moves inside and plays probably next to Paqueta, and Souček plays next to Rodriguez. But the reason I've done it like this is because that back three is looking good against Aston Villa. Rodriguez will play there, Paqueta will play there, Emerson will play there, Kudus will play there. So it's just a case of Souček, Soler and Alvarez. And the reason I've gone with this is because, well, I can't see Souček or Alvarez being used as a wide player running up and down that. So that puts Soler out there, and then Alvarez and Souček fit into where I've gone from. So that's what I've gone with, but I'll be honest with you, it's a complete guess. What's your interpretation of this lineup?
If he pulls this off and gets a win today, the man is an embryonic genius. Let me put it that way. I would be amazed. I looked at this. It's like he's gone into training. And listen, by the way, he has no choices. He almost has no choices. The bench will tell you everything you need to know about the squad depth at West Ham at the moment. So I didn't know what he was going to do. I now know what he's done, which is he's gone into training and he said, anyone that's a midfielder and is old and slow, can you stand and make a line there? And anyone else, can you make a line there? And he's gone and picked from this bunch, basically. I think it's the slowest West Ham team. He's got as many midfielders as he possibly can. And they are slow. This is a slow team. So if he has managed to pick his way out of this, and he's found a tactic and he's found a formation, and not just that, a way of what is a tactic, is formation and a tactic and a way of playing that can keep up with what is a very, very fast Fulham team. Let's be fair, they got a lot of pace in there. Then fair enough. He's going to be putting some square pegs in round holes today, whatever happens. But he was going to have to do that anyway. But yes, my initial reaction to this team is terror.
Why has Opta Stats changed our team to their predicted team?
Yeah.
That is not the team. Let me just take that team off the screen because that is Opta's, and that's what Opta Stats have predicted our team would look like. Now, let me just move it away so we can't get.
I don't know who's playing up front.
And to be fair, they've got the Fulham starting 11 correct, just in the wrong positions. But we'll just put on the stats for now until Opta have updated their information.
You had it right. It's not your fault. You typed it out all lovely.
Yeah, I did type it out, and I've typed out the Fulham one better than they did. Oh, Opta, give us a call. I can sort things out for you. But what do you think we're going to be doing? Because let's just turn to live chat a second. Because so Daddy said X said it's going to be a 4-2-2-2, and somebody, James, said he reckons Wan-Bissaka is a wing back with Alvarez in centre back, and then Soler, Rodriguez, and Souček in midfield with Paqueta and Kudus further up the pitch. What's your guess? Because that's all it is. What is your?
I mean, look, I thought it would be. I thought it when I first saw it. I thought it was going to be 4 at the back. It's really, really hard to tell. And I mean, I don't. Obviously, a couple of people are quite upset with what I said, but I can't pretend that that's a fast team. And I all I can say is I do understand, and I have said that. I'm not trying to dig Potter out early in his career. I have said he has got no choices, And I mean, I even think it's a bit of a free pass for me on this one. I don't attribute any blame to him. He's got to do what he's got to do. But I can only make the observation that looks really slow with lots and lots of midfielders in there. But it's no overview or criticism of Potter. That's for sure. Don't be too offended by it.
Even if I was to try and argue against you, whilst I agree with you, but if I was to try and argue with you and play devil's advocate, I'd really struggle. Even if I was thinking, I'm going to take on your argument. I'm going to argue that we do have pace in the team. It's not really one that I can make. It is a slow team, but this is where tactics need to come into play. And if you set the side up in a manner that you don't rely on pace, and you can still do all right. It's not, Fulham's team have got some quick players, but I wouldn't say it's like ridiculously fast or anything like that. Potter's had a bad hand dealt tonight. The one criticism I've got of the starting 11 is that Scarles has been benched.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen him start, and it's a bit disappointing to see him benched and Emerson come straight in, who hasn't been great this season, but I appreciate that a few players haven't looked too good, and one or two of them looked a little bit better under Potter on Friday night. So I'm hoping Emerson has a good game, and I expect him to, but I'd be fake if I sat here and said, oh yeah, I'm buzzing with the starting 11. Well, actually, no, not really. I think Scarles deserved an opportunity tonight off the back of what he did against Aston Villa. I've got no doubt he'll come on as a sub. I've got 5 substitutions. The bench is pretty poor anyway, so Scarles will be one of the 5 that come onto the pitch. I'd be surprised if he didn't. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen him.
Yeah, I agree. And having said what he said about he understands how much of a boost having a youngster in the team can give to the crowd and wanting the noise in the stadium and blah, 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 it would have been a bit of a tap in for him to put him in there. That being said, I would not be surprised if you see a better version of Emerson under Graham Potter. I would
expect so too. It's, but it's 2 different arguments though, isn't it?
Yeah.
The bench for West Ham, just for information really, it's not looking too pretty, truth be told. We've got Wes Fodron in with Alan Creswell, as well as Vladimir Soufal and Caelan Casey's on the bench. Then we've got Ollie Scarles with Andy Irving. Louis Guilherme's on the bench with Danny Ings, and Lewis Orford is on the bench for West Ham this evening too.
Which is good news. That is good news. But yeah, that is and let's be fair, there's a couple of players on that bench that you'd rather you didn't see as well, So this is he's had a tough start. There's no doubt about it. A really tough start to his West Ham career. Injury after 13 minutes in the last game. Best player in the game has to go off at half time. We've just found out how fit Somerville is, by the way, but with the reading of that bench. So this is really tough. Really, really tough for him. This is a poison chalice with the team and the squad that's been handed to him, particularly at the time. You can't help but think, oh man, if listen, Potter could be brilliant for West Ham, and I really hope he is. Whatever he is, you need to give him the best chance, and the best chance was by appointing him sort of a few games earlier. Really would have given him a much better chance. I don't think we'd be in this situation now.
If only the January transfer window was open and we could bring in some reinforcements or something like that. What we're going to do now is take a look at the Fulham team, not that West Ham one. That one is their predicted team. It's the right team, but just people are in the wrong position. So the back 4 is in the right order, midfield's correct. But put Wilson on the right, Smith Rowe in the 10, Jimenez up front, and Iwobi on the left, and that's the Fulham side on your screen at the minute. What's your reaction to that one, Gonzo?
Well, I'm annoyed on your behalf. You got all the West Ham team nice. You got this, and I got Raul Jimenez as a left winger, so they've undone all your good work. The team itself, Robinson is, as we know, is just a flying machine, isn't he? Smith Rowe is decent. I mean, to be fair, I think they've given us a little bit of they've felt sorry for us, I think, there, because Wilson might even be slower than some of our players today. So they're trying to even it out and balance it up a little bit there. It's going to be hard to score against them. I think that's the thing. I think I don't know how we're going to play. I would imagine you can only look at the West Ham team. You can't look at that team and think, well, we're going to be flying forward. So I I can only judge the team and not Potter, and it looks like we're going to try and keep it tight and then try and make a couple of subs and maybe bring, a couple of faster players on or something like
I'm
that.
about to say, who? Bargalome?
Oh, it's not Bargalome, it's Galurme, yeah. You can't rule that out.
Yeah,
It's
even
like
that.
sending him into the donut shop and telling me I can have anything on the shelves apart from a donut.
Even that old tactic of keep it tight and bring your fast attacking players on, we ain't got any to do that. So we can't even do that one. Expected Fulham team. I missed Infinitely's comment, but he gave me a shout out, didn't my opposition prediction on Patreon. Full house for Gio. So there you go. I knew what Fulham were up to tonight, which is Marco Silva's changed back to a forward at the back. The last few league games, he's played a back three with Anderson, Diop and Bassey. But it worked at Stamford Bridge to beat Chelsea, but then they've drawn a couple of games disappointingly against Ipswich last week. Cup game against Watford, they switched to 4-1 comfortably. They're keeping it as a 4, so you could argue there's an additional attacking player in there for Marco Silva tonight, but I think it's just him reverting to the tried and tested formation for Fulham, and I'm a bit jealous really because he's got square pegs and square holes, and he's got near enough a fit starting 11, just one player missing really in Sander Berg next to Lukic. That's normally absentee, and I'm not convinced by Pereira as a central midfielder. But yeah, a good Fulham side that'll be well organised and know exactly what their manager expects of them, which is it's going to be difficult tonight. And let's take a look at the Fulham bench as well, because it's better than ours really. They've got Benda on the bench, stop it, as well as Quencha, as well as Sessignon. Issa Diop is on the bench with Harrison Reed. Tom Cairn is on the bench alongside, I think it's Josh King. Damatrayo is on there, of course, with Muniz as well.
They got some players. They do have some decent players there. They really do. This is going to be tough. It's really going to be tough. As I say, if he can do this, I'll be very, very impressed. And if he can't, I won't have anything against him because I think he's been dealt a really bad hand here. But if he can, talk about to stay on the card analogy, he's going to have to really bluff his way through this one. If he manages to win with this hand of cards here, it's going to be very, very impressive, particularly listing, some of those guys that they got on the bench there.
Well, Simon says if we're struggling to work out what the team's going to be lined up, then Fulham will be as well. He feels like we're going to win it tonight. Infinitely said, big performance needed from Kudus to exploit Robinson going forward. Control midfield, take advantage of set pieces. That's my one concern tonight, it's hard to really evaluate it because we don't know how we are going to be playing. So it could be who's going to be on the right. It could be Kudus. It could be Solar. Wan-Bissaka as a wing back. I don't know. I haven't a Scooby who's going to be playing on the right-hand side for West Ham. But whoever it is has a big job with Robinson coming forward. And whoever the right back is going to need a little bit of protection because we'll be cutting in field. And that's where maybe with two defensive midfielders in there, whether it's Souček and Rodriguez or Alvarez and Rodriguez, they've got to help that right back out a little bit and Picker will be up and allow Wan-Bissaka to keep an eye on Robinson. He's got the most assists out of the defenders in the league. He'll be constantly making runs beyond our defence. It's a very key outlet for Fulham, and if we're a little bit naive, they'll punish us for it. So I'm hoping that we've got a bit of a plan for just monitoring. I was concerned about Maatsen of Villa, but Somerville did a fantastic job. But I would say when Somerville went off, they started to get joy down that side with Villa did. Just need to be a little bit aware because that right back spot, I know we've changed manager, but that's been a problem for us for quite some time. First Soufal, and when Wan-Bissaka come in, we were still conceding goals from that right side because there was no protection in front of him. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I was just thinking, someone was speaking about Irving, and that's a tough one for him. I think that he's played every midfielder aside from him. I do wonder he must have had not a great week's training or whatever, or not been able to impress, or maybe he's actually on his way out and that's why he's not doing it, and maybe a deal has already been agreed for him to go elsewhere or something like that. But that's I'm really intrigued by this, particularly given what he said about getting the stadium up and giving the fans something to get invested in. And I was just thinking about it. He can't. With that in mind, I believe him. I believe I believe he intends to do that. That's going to be really, really hard with this team because you're not going to do that just by sitting back. So it's going to be really interesting to see what his attacking tactic will be. I'm quite sure it will pivot very, very heavily on Lucas Paqueta, very heavily indeed. And he may well have something sneaky and conjure up something because he's going to want to do what he said he does, which is basically lift the crowd and whatnot. Yeah, be interested to see Soler. I think we'll see some people joining the attack. Ordinarily, we maybe wouldn't used to because we are going to have to launch some kind of an attack.
The West Ham team is now on your screen as well as the Fulham one. Ignore the positions. It currently has Guido Rodriguez playing left wing. Okay, that's opt. I don't know where what. I mean, to be fair, at the minute they've got Robinson playing right wing for Fulham, so I don't think that. So I don't know what they're up to over there. Someone's having a laugh and just chucking players in random different positions. I have a naive theory regarding Irving, and that is that Graham Potter just doesn't know much about him. His own evaluation will come on the training pitch, whereas when Potter arrived at West Ham, he will have an opinion on Emerson, he will have an opinion on Edson Alvarez, but does he really have one on Andy Irving or Guilherme? I'd struggle to believe he would. Why would he? Unless he's been watching Austrian football, he's not going to know anything about Andy Irving. Unless he's been watching Brazilian football, he's not going to know about Guilherme, and even then he only played a handful of times. So Potter's got to learn about these players on the training ground because his knowledge of them pre-West Ham is probably non-existent, really. So he's come in, he's going to have a look at them. Doesn't mean Irving will get a shot, not really. But tonight's one of those nights where if we are going to do 5 subs and you're looking at the bench, well, rule out Wes Foderingham already, so that gives you 8. It's unlikely Casey will come on. That leaves you 7. Orford probably won't come on. That gives you 6. And now it's like Creswell and WHUFUL. Maybe we'll take both. There's a good chance that Irving or Orford will come onto the pitch tonight, as well as Scars. And that would be, if it was Orford, I think that would be exciting and a big moment for the West Ham fan family as well. So I'd like to see it. I think he's got a lot to offer. So to sum up West Ham's team, we still don't really know what he's doing.
I haven't got a clue. I really don't. That is weird. You know, it's a lot of midfielders. He's selected all the midfielders really, and yeah. So he was going to have to do something. And when we did our team, I thought he might put Guilherme in there, and we maybe thought Ollie Scars, even just one youngster in there might have perked it up a little bit. What was he going to do to fill those positions that we're lacking in, which is basically wide positions and forward positions? Was he going to go to the academy? The answer is no. He's going to use midfielders to do it all. And yeah, that's so because of that, it's very hard to read. At least let's say he'd have picked Robinson from the academy or something like that, we would know. We would very much know he was going to play on the right-hand side, so we can have an idea. But I've seen people in the chat saying, "Do you think Souček will be playing up front? Do we think Alvarez is going to be moving into as a centre back?" Also, people just because there's so many midfielders, we just don't know. And Kudus, if Kudus is playing, I mean, I think yours might have been. About as correct as it's going to be when you did your little shape earlier before Opta mucks it up. If Kudus maybe is not going to play up front, then you've got a false number 9 in Paqueta, then it would be Emerson that gave the width on the left, and Emerson would not be playing as a defender. So that means someone else is going in there. So I would imagine it'd be something like that. I can't imagine that he's going to go fully defensive in this one. I don't think it's in his makeup. I don't think he wants to play that way. And the other thing, the one saving grace is he will have had a chance to. This team will be drilled. He will have pretty much known this team for the last 3 days. So
yeah,
they will have had 2 solid days on the training pitch to really drill these tactics. So whoever is playing on the left and centre back, they're going to know it and they're going to have drilled this as much as they can do. He is going to. Whoever said the post at the start, this is going to surprise the Marco Silva. It really will. He's not going to. He might as well throw his pen and his pad down. He won't have a clue. He's going to have to say, "I don't know." I'm going to have to look at it, and after 5 minutes, he's going to have to make his mind up. Then start putting instructions onto the pitch for his Fulham players.
The one thing I will predict is I think Souček will be further forward. I think he'll have Rodriguez and Alvarez at the back there, and he might be looking at Souček as a goal scorer, but he needs to get goals in this team. He's not got his striker. Kudus is a good attacking player, but he's not got goals, has he? He's a couple this season. It's not much. Paqueta's got a couple of goals. They're not someone that's going to stick the ball in the back of the net. Souček is, so far this season, Souček has been our biggest goal threat, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him in and around the 18-yarder tonight. That's why I've got a bit of a feeling that he'll be further up the pitch than what some. It's interesting in the live chat. Everyone's convinced they're right. Some people are saying it's a 5-3-2. It's definitely a 4-3-3. It's definitely this. The reality is none of us really know. So I'm intrigued by it, and this is why I'm looking forward to the game to some extent. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's up to because I feel confident he's got a plan. That's why I'm interested. If this was a Lopetegui team, I'd be sitting here going, "Oh, what on earth is he doing? Yeah. What are we playing with no striker? What we're doing is a 4-6-0? What's going on?" But because I feel a bit more confident in Potter having something up his sleeve. It makes me intrigued and makes me a little bit excited to discover how because he will know how Fulham are going to play.
Yes.
So what's he come up with to counter what Fulham have got? How is he going to exploit their weaknesses? This is what we're going to discover over the next 90 minutes, and I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest with you. Yeah, should be good. Shall we take a look at actually, before we do the live chat, we're going to have to do the bet, aren't we?
Yeah.
Anyway, 1,460 of you watching live right this very second. So a massive thank you for tuning in. Please do subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video by clicking thumbs up. And you're going to need to be subscribed if you want to win a little bit of Wonga with us tonight. Myself and Gonz are going to compile a little bet, and if it wins, we're going to give one of you guys the cash. It's that simple. Well, not the bet. If we win the bet, it gets simple. Enter your fancy for it, Gonzo.
I go Paqueta goal. There you go. Paqueta goal.
Paqueta goal. That's not bad odds. That 7-2 for Paqueta.
Yeah.
To grab a goal.
He's gonna. There's so many defensive-minded players. There's no way he's not going to be playing in some form of attacking role. And let's be fair, before he started rolling around on the floor, he was really good against Villa. So I'm sure we'll have a little bit more of that quality that we'll see that. So I think he's worth a go for a goal.
Anyone in particular fancy for the card? There's no one jumping out to me because I don't feel like Fulham are the team with the most like. You often look at players up against those that will take players on and stuff, and Kudus will commit fouls and get fouled, but if he's going to be central, maybe Anderson actually. I think Anderson doesn't mind a booking. If he's up against Kudus directly, you might see him hauling. Anderson is quite handsy as a centre back. That's how I'd word him. He is. He's a wind-up merchant as well. Remember, he got Nunez sent off when
that's right.
Yeah, and whatever. And he was at it with Liam Delap last week. Him and Delap were at it for the duration of the game, barging into each other, and that is quite juicy odds. Actually, 3 people will win £100. There we go. If this bet wins, 3 of you watching right now will win £100 each. We need 5 things to happen. Lucas Paqueta to score. Raul Jimenez, Harry Wilson, and Iwobi to have a shot on target, and Joachim Anderson to get booked. If those 5 things happen, 3 of you will win £100 cash. How do you enter? Here you asking? Well, in the live chat, please put the following phrase:
Mr. Anderson. Put it in the front. Put it in the chat. Put that in the chat. Type it in.
Type it into the chat, and you are entered into the potential giveaway. Right, Gonzo, you've seen the teams. How you feeling? Fruity? Not fruity.
No, not good. Not good. I'm not looking forward to it particularly. It has to be said. I'm concerned with this lineup. I need my worries blown away. If that's anyway, I need somebody to take my worries away. Basically, with this, I can't stand the team. I can't stand it. So what I think, as somebody, I think it might have been Mark in the chat earlier, you said we're looking at this through Lopetegui spectacles, and and I would certainly be doing that. So I need to try and I think I'll settle down after the first 5 minutes. When I see that, obviously what Potter has got planned. But no, I can't sit here and pretend to like it, and I can't do faux and fake encouragement. I don't like that team, and I am worried about that team.
I'm pretty relaxed, and I'll tell you why. If with Somerville out, which he is,
Yeah.
there's very little else he could do. When I'm looking at the players available, what would I change? Well, I would have started Skulls for Emerson just purely off the back of his performance, but even that feels a little bit null and void here. So what else would I change? Who on the bench would I start tonight? Maybe Casey over Mavropanos, but he was never going to do that. That's just me not liking Mavropanos and worried that he's a ticking time bomb at the back there. So what else would I do? What else would I change? Well, I wouldn't start Danny Ings. Do you know something? I'll give him a plus point for not starting Danny Ings. Because I think most people would have done. I think most would have went, well, that's my striker, and he goes. But he's gone, actually, no, you weren't very good. I'm going to try something. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to try something different rather than doing something I know won't work. He has got a lot of midfielders on there, but I've just got this feeling, and just quickly, David, thank you very much. Email us hammerschat@gmail.com. Just put like sponsorship as a subject or something.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, that's why it's there, to hopefully encourage one or two people to. Match Bingo no longer sponsor us. They were with us from February up until the end of the year.
Manscaped.
No, Match Bingo.
Oh, sorry.
Match Bingo.
They've all left.
They've all left. Match Bingo and Manscaped have disappeared. Manscaped will be back, but Match Bingo were with us for 10 months. We've given them some free videos in January because of everything that happened before Christmas and stuff like that. But they were fantastic supporters of the channel. Yeah. But it means that
brilliant.
We now have a vacancy. So anyway, what I was saying, as perhaps naively, I'm intrigued by Rodriguez under Potter. I think Potter's football will suit Rodriguez, which would be somewhat ironic that Lopetegui brought him in and played football to not suit him. Then the next guy comes along and actually does all right with his player. Because I think he's going to have less of the pitch to cover. He'll have Alvarez or Souček next to him tonight. I think that will help him out. I think the football under Potter at times will be slower. Maybe not slower under Lopetegui per se, but we will still have the same build-up where we don't mind keeping the ball a little bit, and I think that will suit him. He used to get done on the transition a lot. I don't think that will be a bigger problem under Potter. We'll wait and see. I could be a little bit naive and stupid, but I'm putting my opinion out there. Neck on the chopping block. I think Rodriguez might do all right under Graham Potter. So we'll wait and see. But this is it. This is like a trial. He's giving him a bit of a go. He wanted out. We're happy through the transfer window, and there's not even been a sniff. No one's come in for him.
No, not heard anything. No.
So as it stands, he's here for the rest of the season. So he can either ignore him and he just sits there on the bench doing nothing, or you can give him a go in games where the squad is decimated and we're up against it. Have a look at him and see if we can get on with him. So I'm okay with it. Listen, do I think we're going to win? No, but I didn't think that anyway. I thought we were going to narrowly get beat by Fulham. I still feel the same, but I haven't given up hope. I've not given up hope, and I think that's a compliment to Potter. I've looked at this team going, well, that's crap. Looked at the Fulham one, went, oh, that's good. And you say, you compliment getting beat? Not really. I think we'll get beat, but I'm not putting my money on it, put it like that. So anyway, we'll take a look at the live chat.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
We'll ignore the one from Shane.
I haven't seen it, so was there something naughty, was there?
He's suggesting a sponsorship for us for the watch-alongs.
Oh, I wish I'd have seen that now.
Well,
Shane. Sorry,
yeah.
I've seen it. Well, I think we'd definitely lose subscribers. Certainly with myself, if I started doing that kind of thing. No one wants to see that, Shane. I can assure you.
Alex says we're scarred and Potter is going to nurse us better. Jim reckons it's a 4-3-2-1. DC said he's not playing Match Bingo until they bring their sponsor back.
That's loyalty, DC. We like that.
They're really good. By the way, can I just say, Match Bingo, I still recommend Match Bingo. I'm not sponsored this video. I still recommend Match Bingo. So if you're wanting to play along tonight, it's still on the app. They've still got the promotions on. I still recommend it. They just don't pay me.
And you might still have some surprise money in your account. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It is still an app where loads. I can't remember a sponsor we've had where like more people have just won money. It's crazy. It must have been close to 150 winners by the end of it. I think we probably Emma's chat probably sending them bust.
By the way, they stopped sponsoring us. Don't do one, you lot. Ponty says, all I want from tonight is some sort of sign that things will change. Brian says, sometimes when you throw all your leftovers in a pot, you end up with something tasty.
It's a culinary, a man of my culinary heart there, Brian, actually.
Yeah, not what I had tonight. I had 3 very distinctive ingredients this evening, and I enjoyed it.
One of them was waffles.
It was waffles. I'm good at waffling. I had waffles, spaghetti hoops, and sausage rolls.
Come on.
And it was a solid 9 out of 10. No shame.
Quite right, sir.
I need a quick tea when we do the build-up show tonight. I need something that's quick and simple. I don't want to be faffing around.
I had fish fingers and chips. That was it.
What? No, like peas or nothing?
I haven't had time, mate. It's
Well, considering I know you don't.
You want to see? I'm about halfway through trying to clean up the man cave, and if I tip, it is a disgrace in here. It is if we weren't on OBS, I'd show you. It is a disgrace. I just run out. There wasn't time for peas, quite frankly.
I mean, they take 3 minutes, but sure.
Mark, I was a minute late here, wasn't I?
Yeah, that was true. I was ringing you. Mark says Potter needs to have a look at all the senior players before considering youth, I think. A different Mark says probably won't be pretty tonight, but if we scrape a win or a draw, it will be brilliant. Gary said it's trial and error. I trust in Potter to get it right. Scott says he's confident this isn't going to be as bad as if Lopetegui put the team
I would agree with that, Scott. I'm with Scott. I am nowhere near in Potter. I trust yet. It has to earn my trust. I've been really pleased with what I've seen so far, but nowhere near has he got my unbridled trust. No.
So what are you then? In Potter, I'm suspicious.
No, I'm open. I'm open to finding out.
Can't believe you want Potter out already. He's only been here 1 game. Give him a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure I will get that when I.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I am, but again, I will have no judgment on him after this. This is tough. This is a really tough hand to be dealt. But and so I agree with all of that. That being said, the choices of what he's selected, I think, because it just looks so slow, it's got me really, really worried. So I'm very interested to see what his tactical plan is. But if we see that he's managed to conjure some pattern of play where maybe I'm imagining Kudus and Paqueta, well, I'm having to imagine them because no one else can attack, but Kudus and Paqueta are sort of interchange and doing stuff, and maybe Soler's joining in and Emerson's joining in, and he's conjured some pattern of play, then honestly, I'll tell you, I'm telling you now, I'm that open. I'll be hailing him as something very, very special if he can do this.
Westwood Hammer, bless him, says, come on, boys, do it for my brother Craig, who was laid to rest yesterday.
Sorry, mate.
Although he was a Liverpool fan, we had a wicked sense of humour, and you got a smile during tough times. Bless you.
Sorry about Craig, mate. Genuinely.
Daniel said he's won over $2,000 on Match Bingo. There you go. There's an endorsement for Match Bingo, even if they don't pay us. DC said I'm not in HelloFresh. No, not since the little one arrived. I'm afraid we've had to cut costs.
It's so fresh. It's Bernard Matthews Turkey Drummers. There's no fresh ingredients in Gio's household anymore.
No. Income at Hammer's Chat's gone down with no European football.
No European football, no sponsors. I'm on the fish fingers and chips. Gio's on the waffles and spaghetti.
Gonzo can't even afford peas.
I can't even afford peas. Yeah.
It's tough. It's toughish. Listen, there's people are a lot worse off than we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
We say it with tongue in cheek. All right. It's
Now that might be tomorrow's dinner. A bit of tongue in cheek.
Ice soup. Yeah. So no, I've had to cut costs, and HelloFresh have gone, and as a result, they also left their sponsorship as well. Now I'm not using them anymore. Chris says I think Souček's very good at ghosting in the box, so hoping he can sneak in tonight. Lewis says waffles, haggis, and tatties. That's 11 days time, Burns night, so I'll be having my haggis.
I have waffles and tatties, surely.
No, he's just taking the piss. I'll be having my haggis, neeps, and tatties. I seen a recipe today for using haggis as like a shepherd's pie. Oh no, not for me. Even though it's the same ingredients, but not for me. Right, Gavino says we have so much speed in midfield, like a glacier slowly rolling down the mountain, grinding down the opposition.
I like it. I like it.
Bernard said, with this team, there's just no escape when we win the ball in our half or when the keeper's clearing it long. It will just keep coming back. I think Kudus is good at hold up. I do. I do think he's good at the hold up side of the game. I think it's a bit underrated how good he is. But listen, we might discover something tonight if Kudus performs well. We're assuming he's a striker, but Potter sort of hinted to it. I mean, he hinted it could be Paqueta. Some people think it could be both of them. But regardless, if he has a good performance tonight, we've maybe got a short-term solution, which might take the pressure off a little bit in the January transfer window. The problem is moving Kudus up front means there's a vacancy in Kudus's position because Guilherme ain't filling it at the minute. So you're just robbing Peter to play Paul a little bit with the striker side of things. Mike says, if we win tonight, how about a nice big portion of humble pie to fill you up?
Why?
I assume it means because we think we're going to get beat.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm guessing.
We'd be eating that a lot, wouldn't we? With a prediction.
Not really. I think humble pie is if you have maybe a strong opinion and get it wrong, but I don't feel like we've been that harsh to say that the team's a little bit weak. We'll credit and praise Potter, but it's not like I think we've offered up plenty of excuses for him.
Yeah, this is
Don't know.
Great grey area again, isn't it?
Yeah, but Major says 3 points tonight will be a bigger surprise than Leicester winning the league. Not sure about that one. Colin is asking what the bench is. Right, we've got 9 of them. Let's try and do it. We've got Fodringham, WHUFUL, Casey, Creswell, Irving, Orford, Guilherme, Ings, Scarles. There you go. There's your 9. That's your 9 on the bench for West Ham tonight. Hammerton says, I think we'll be okay tonight, but Mavropanos and Rodriguez are the ones that concern him. Mavropanos certainly concerns me. Caleb says, Kudus is a really good player. Potter needs to get rid of the selfish play out of him and make him releasable earlier, and we can easily get 3 goals.
I think he will do that. I do think he will coach that out of him. I really do. I think Potter could be the making, or not the making. That's he's already in the making, but he could be the guy that polishes him. Right? And I do think that definitely.
Just quickly, Nick, before Gonzo promotes Patreon, in regards to the prediction competition, for anyone else that's watching this, if you're a patron, if you picked a player to score first and the teams come out and they're not starting,
you owe us £1,000.
Not that. Delete your prediction. Delete it. Do not, and then add a new comment and a new prediction. Do not put in a second prediction and leave your old one. You'll be disqualified because in my eyes, you're having 2 goals there. Get rid of the first one and then put a second comment up. Because when I verify the predictions, I will check that there's no duplicates and I'll check your comment's not edited. And if it's not edited, it's all good and well. But if you edit your comment, it's also null and void. So don't do that. Delete it. Put up a new one. Gonzo, you've got about a minute. Promote Patreon.
Well, I don't need a minute to promote Patreon, quite frankly, because Patreon is so good. I can do it in a shorter time frame than that. Look, Patreon, first of all, is the best way that you guys can support Hammers Chat financially and allow us to be here as we are every single day. We're releasing videos. It's a transfer window at the moment. We're doing a couple of videos a day on both channels. But Patreon is our third Hammers Chat channel. So we have loads of additional content on there from lots of different people. Not just that. We even have non-football podcasts as well. We have blogs that go up there. We have vlogs. We have competitions, really good competitions. We have ticket giveaways, and there's some of the shirts that we got at the moment, by the way, are absolutely brilliant. We've got even more coming in. Again, a bit like Match Bingo, people genuinely do win stuff on a regular basis. We plow a lot of the money that we get back into prizes and looking after our patrons. You also get discounts to our online store, which is magnificent. Big discounts. Our top tier gets 30% off on the online store. But as I say, we'd like you to join up just to support us. If you do that, then we're quite sure that you'll really enjoy what you get.
Took over a minute, but patreon.com/Hammers Chat. Yes, Irish Tommy, there is adverts on the live stream. However, I've cut it down to as little as possible. This video, I'll be honest with you, we did a behind the scenes video once and I showed our patrons how much we earn on one or two videos in terms of adverts. This video will earn, if there's no super chats, this video will earn about £20. It's our job. It's the equivalent of going into a shop and being surprised you've got to pay for your shopping. You do. You've got to pay for your shopping. So it's 20 quid. It helps. It goes into the fund. As you can see, there's no sponsor at the minute, so we don't even have that subsidising it and bringing it up to a little bit more than £20. So it's like 20 quid. This stream will get paid, and we've got two people hosting a watch along.
Don't even get many spaghetti hoops for 20 quid these days.
No, not anymore. Things have gone up in. Do you know what's really gone up in price?
Gravy, Bisto gravy. I don't get it anymore. Go on.
Her niece and nephew wanted Nesquik milkshake powder.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it is for the powder for the milkshake?
You mean in that little square cardboard tub?
Yeah.
No, go on.
£5.25. So they wanted it. I said, we'll get it for next time you're round. Went to pick it up in the shop with the shopping because we said we'd get it. £5.25. Jesus, man, just about had a heart attack.
Yeah, don't open the door when they come round.
I'm going to be measuring that out. 20 grams, tip. 20. No, get that 1 gram back out into the box.
With a banana one, they should be paying me to drink it.
Yes, anyway, that's why I'm on the spaghetti hoops, really. Right then, one or two more comments, and I'll see if the green room has got someone in it. Phil says, no idea on score, just give Potter a performance, fellas. Crowd are important tonight. I think they'll be quite up for it. I think the...
I'm sure. I'm sure of that. Yeah.
I think the fans will be a little bit excited. But we'll see. Right, is the green room has got someone in it? Yes, it does. Right, Gonzo, would you mind?
Yeah.
Clicking while I fidget.
I certainly can. Well, first of all, Paul straight away as he's 22. He's £22 now, guys, because he's given us £2. To watch some spaghetti hoops. Listen, Andy Walsh, Aldi, Gio and Gonzo's go-to store. I think you'll find
you won't catch me in Aldi, but I'll tell you what, I've got a tip. So Tesco do this like club card. Do you know Spotify Wrapped? Tesco do their own version of the club card. Discovered my most. Well, I'll have a guess. What do you think I bought the most last year at Tesco? My most purchased item.
Highland Spring.
Correct.
Come on.
It actually was.
Come on.
1,600 bottles of the 1.5 litre Highland Spring.
Did you buy 1,000 bottles of water last year?
Yeah, but because it come in packs of 6, and we'd bought I think if my maths is right, I can't remember now. 400 packets. Yeah, we bought 400 packets of Highland Spring last year, and there's 6 bottles in a packet. But I get them when they're on offer.
That's better than any of the stats we'll see from this game. That's my favourite. That's my favourite Hammers chat stat of the season so far. Hold on.
Wait. I just got to promote Tesco for free. Club Card Plus costs £8 or £9 a month, and at the end it tells you how much money you've saved for the year, and it was over 400 quid I saved because I get 10% vouchers for twice a month. So twice a month I get 10% off the entire shop.
I still think Aldi's cheaper, but you don't get Highland Spring in whatever their version is. It'd be slightly different. It'll probably be Scottish Sprung or something like that. They'll have changed the name slightly. Alex, that is very, very nice of you. Thank you very much indeed. Spoken like a true Scotsman. You've been told there. My goodness. The money is coming in. That's Paulie. Well, whatever. Very, very kind of you. That is very nice of you there. Nick Hill, thank you, mate. Two Alan Wicker there. £2. There's Paul. There's a tenner. Irish Tommy. There's another tenner. Paul, Irish Tommy. Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. Are you going to take over, Gio?
Yeah, in a second. I think we should treat people because they're treating us. Do you want to tell them the news that we're keeping for now, but we're going to do a video about it next week or something?
Are you talking about the players?
No, not that one.
What news are you talking about?
It's got 3 words.
I don't know what bit you're alluding to.
But never mind. You're not getting the news then. Gonzo doesn't know it. Can't think of it. Okay. I'll drop a big hint that even people in the live chat are going to get this, so you better get it. A series on YouTube.
Hey?
No, he's never mind. He's just he's people. Charlie will get it. Charlie will get it. Other people in the live chat will get it. But yeah, there you go. Let's see. And now look what you've done. Now people want to know about the players.
Well, I didn't. This is what I say. You get all cryptic. I don't know what you meant. The one with the three West Ham players.
Two West Ham players and one ex-West Ham player. Thank you.
Yeah, two current, one ex. There you go.
Well,
that'd be a good one. That'd be a good Twitter account, wouldn't it? Ex-West Ham United player.
Have you seen Saggy's comment in the live chat?
I've not seen any of it. No, it's all gone a bit crazy. Where's Saggy gone?
Here he is. This is Saggy's one. It's a bit mad when you think about it, but I do drink a lot of it.
Hold on. I don't understand.
That's how much Highland Spring I bought.
I thought you said you bought 1,200.
Well, I did my maths wrong. It was 6 packs, so 1.5 litre bottles, 6 packs. And
but how do they know how much water you got more than you know?
Because it's on Club Card.
Oh, you calculated the 6 in a pack thing.
Yeah, so at the end of the year, Tesco go, these are the 3 most bought items you did.
And what was the second most bought item?
Chicken breast.
It's a lovely meal around Gio's house. Do you ready for your tea? What is it? It's chicken breast and water. Oh, not again.
And I also bought and third was pink lady apples.
I guess it's got most of the food groups represented there. Bring a packed lunch, eh?
So there you go. Yeah, I appreciate water comes out the tap and stuff. I just like Highland Spring water. That's all. It tastes different. I don't know how to describe it. It's better. It's nicer.
Well, you can try it. I'd like to hear you describe water.
Wet. There you go.
Right, brilliant.
Happy days. Right, me and Gons are going to disappear in a second, and we're going to hand you over to one of our watch-along hosts, because the other one's not available just yet. And before we go, please do drop a like on the video. Gonzo can't remember the thing, so you're going to have to wait till next week or something. But, pardon me, Saggy knew what was going on. Say G, Saggy. They know. Oh, for God's sake, there's a troll. I need to get rid of this troll before we go. Hang on a minute. Let me get...
well, that's right. Do you know what? I haven't seen it, and I don't need to see it. I won't be looking. I'm just looking at Nick's lovely face with
live chat's going too far.
He's come on you Irons Beach.
Well, to be fair, it's not the worst troll I've ever seen. It said West Ham MILF. It said Gonzo, where do you want me? So we've had worse trolls.
Someone said the last one, the Villa one, didn't they? Didn't they say? No, sorry, it was in my live stream. Someone said Gonzo is a Tottenham fan, and all in capitals, which I thought was, it's not the worst thing that's ever been said. Not that I would like to be one, but that was as bad as the trolling got. So I was quite grateful, to be honest with you.
It's better than the trolling I'm getting at the minute, anyway. That's for sure.
Nasty. Don't give it any airtime.
Okay, I won't say anything about the trolling.
Don't. All I would say is one day there will be an app. One day there will be an app.
There'll be a what?
An app that exposes these people.
Oh, right.
One day someone will design something.
Anyway, Rob's got it. Rob's got it in the live chat, but we're not going to click on it because kickoff's in less than 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
Me and Gonzo are off ski. Nick, over to you, my friend. Take it away.
Hello. I was going to start by saying welcome to the desert of the real in a Lawrence Fishburne voice, but then I wisely decided against that particularly sweaty move. Instead, seeing as it's just me, why don't we start by talking about football? Because that's what we're all here to watch. So firstly, also my forehead's quite shiny. I don't know why that, I haven't been shining it. So Jones knows on Sky Sports, he's their kind of go-to betting person, but he's not very good. So his record is terrible. But anyway, today he thinks, this is his predictions for today. He thinks Brentford City 2-2, Chelsea Bournemouth 1. I should read these out as if they're like in that old-fashioned dude, whatever his name was. Brentford 2, Manchester City 2. And then he thinks it's going to be Chelsea 1, Brentford 1. But then he thinks it's going to be West Ham 2, Fulham 1. And then he also thinks it's going to be Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 1. Which I'm quite dubious. I mean, basically, I did look up the odds and all of that, and I did put £1 on that just in case Jones knows. I have a feeling that he's just a Tottenham fan. I don't know why, but he just, when you can smell it. You can smell it in the air. And you just think, there's something Tottenham-y. I'm not going to say Spursy because they like that. Spursy, we're rubbish. There's something Tottenham-y about him. I don't know what it is, but he smells of it. Anyway, so the odds on those 4 results, getting to the point eventually, is 223-1 on Paddy Power. Brentford draw, Chelsea draw, West Ham win, Forest draw. I mean, by all means, put £1 on if you're over 18. This is not gambling or financial advice, and should only be conversed about by those over 18. But anyway, those odds are a bit. It's just a generous prediction from Jones Knows. I also just because I had nothing better to do, I looked up this WHOScored.com about Fulham. So, firstly, they draw a lot. Like they beat Watford in the cup. That's fine. But then they drew against Ipswich at home. They drew against Bournemouth at home. They beat Chelsea away. That was a last-minute goal. So close to a draw. They drew 0-0 with Southampton at home. And then they got that draw away to Liverpool back on the 14th of December. That was when Liverpool were playing with 10 men. And then equalised, I think, to make it 2-2. So on one hand, the other thing I also watched, I don't know if anyone else saw it, but early in the day, I just turned on Sky Sports News to see if West Ham would be talked about at all, which is, a rare thing to happen on Sky Sports. And they had the Sky Sports man outside the London Stadium, which they always do, which is quite funny. Like, I don't think he then pops back into the stadium and finds out what's going on. And that was proven by what he said. He'd done no journalism whatsoever. He just parroted back what we already knew. Well, Fulkrug's injured, and so Somerville. And he kept moving around like he had ants in his pants, or he wiped his ass with a Dettol floor wipe, which is a patron story that some people might know. So I found all that bizarre. But anyway, on the WhoScored.com, it tells you like how they got their goals and how they played. And basically, Fulham every time is attack down the left side and aim to cross and long shots. Those are the 2 main things. If you look at the Fulham Ipswich game, it says attack down the left, favour crossing the ball, goal scoring opportunities from set pieces. And then if you look at the Fulham Bournemouth, it says Fulham's strengths: stole the ball often from the opposition. A bit stealing aspect is a bit weird, but anyway, goal scoring opportunities from the flanks. The Chelsea Fulham game, Fulham played with width, attack down the left. Fulham Southampton favoured long shots, attack down the left, favour crossing the ball. And the Fulham Liverpool, if I had to ask you to guess which side of the pitch they attacked down, you've got it. It was the left side. So I guess that's okay because our left side is quite strong. Presumably, if Kudus is there, Wan-Bissaka is there anyway. So that's good. So anyway, these are the things that I have learned from earlier today as I get to some of the chatty chats. I mean, old Manang, I'm here for the water, Nesquik. Yeah, the water thing. The water and the chicken breast thing, I haven't quite gotten over that. That was alarming. The bottled water aspect. I mean, the sheer plastic, there's a lot of recycling coming out of the house. And also the chicken breast rather than the superior thigh. Anyway, the chat. Jake, feeling good about tonight, even though this team is slower than a tortoise. It's a weird one. I mean, if Potter was going to set himself up to prove his tactical whatever managerial prowess of some sort, I mean, he's going to have to come up with it. He's going to have to do something that none of us expect, or just get a draw, It's kind of a fair result. Is this a hostage video? No. Nick all the way. That's what my wife says. DC, evening lipstick song. Think you need some Horace Martify. I don't know what that is. I'd like to say I know what that is. Mattifying, I think you might mean. I don't know what the Horace part is. Andrew was optimistic until he saw the lineup. Yeah. I don't mind the Skulls not playing instead of Emerson. Obviously, it would be like, you know, I'll not say romantic if Skulls plays, because that sounds I'm like romancing 20-year-olds, which I would not do. I'm far too old for that. I think it's something like divide your age by half and then +7, isn't it? So 20 is too young for me. But also, it's okay. Like, yeah, Scars had a good game, fair enough. But I think it's an element of safety in that you still time out the youngsters' games. As long as they get them, as long as it's not like 1 and then he's away for 10. So I don't mind that. The Guilherme thing not playing, that's a bit weird, rather than just like begin with some attacking intent. Josh hadn't noticed my forehead until I mentioned how shiny it was. Mark's prediction is 2-1. I would say 2-2. That's why I think I probably shouldn't have highlighted this comment. Do I have any more than the West Ham thing? I shouldn't replace them. And also it makes people feel good when they see my... Oh, I don't want to say that word, but I'm just going to say it makes them feel good when they see my towels. Bobby B, hello. Daniel Langer, how do we not have a promising striker come through the academy we can call him? We do, George Earthy, but maybe he's 1 year too young. It's kind of a big call. If Potter comes in and just throws them in, it's a bit over the top. We want to see it happen, but we want to see it happen gradually, properly, rather than throwing them in. I think George Earthy can do it. I think he's good, energetic. I think he does the defensive work. And I think with the youngsters, if they're given that simple game plan, just do the very, very, very simple things right, it's fair enough. But then from Potter's side, it's like he said in the press conference, it would be great to get the performance and the result, but the result does come a little bit first. Northie is on the way any minute now, apparently. He's asking questions, so I have to listen to him that you can't hear. This is getting confusing. Do you mean stream builder, Northie? He's talking to me, no one can hear him. Go on then, chuck him up on the screen. He's covering his forehead because this is also too shiny.
Hello. Yeah, sorry about that. Had a bit of a late meeting, so I've dashed. I'm just looking at the lineup now.
Yeah, DC asking where's my work husband, and Stuart Tunners and Singers, Reese Crutch made him well form up tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't have anyone on left. So if Paqueta's like a false 11, is Souček a false 9? Kudus is a false 7. the levels of falsity and non-veracity in our lineup. Mendacity, I think that means lying, doesn't it? Any idea?
No, I'm looking at this lineup now. It's not filling me with confidence.
Some people are still confident. I just think a draw is the safest. What is not the safest word? The safest result, because Fulham just draw a lot. Yeah, mendacity, the quality of being mendacious, untruthfulness, tendency to lie. There we go. Everyone's learned something. Everyone's learned something today.
I think, yeah. I mean, they've lost the same amount of games as Chelsea and Forest. Fulham. So I know they've had a lot of draws, but they're very hard to beat. They're a hard team to break down. He's got them ticking really well. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game tonight. It's a tough game. I think if we get a draw, that's not a bad result. But for Potter's first game, you'd hope there will be, West Ham fans there be cheering him on, be the 12th man. I think it's been an open game. I do think that. And looking at that team, I'm not expecting much pace in midfield. Is there a slower midfield in the Premier League than Souček, Rodriguez, and Alvarez?
You'd be hard pushed.
Tough, isn't it?
You'd really be. I mean, we're not playing a pacey team, like especially. That's the only thing going in our favour. They're not really a counter-attacking team. They're a bit of possession and then work it wide. So If we just pack the box, they like long shots and they like crosses. So if we just have 9 in the box and then Paqueta and Kudus on the halfway line and just thump it up to them, that might work. In the chat, Jeff, we were talking about chicken. He says, I'm an arse man rather than a thigh breast. So he eats the derriere of chicken. I was going to say of cock, which is a male one, obviously.
When it's alive, I hope.
Yeah. And then for Andrew Williams has just said ham, eggs, and hash browns. I don't know why he said that. It's a nice meal. But Jones says, what name is written on our number 10 on that?
Yeah, it's not Paqueta. I was looking at that. It's Torremolinos or something. That's what was confusing me.
That would be surprised. Jeff is wondering if you're having a bad hair day.
Always have a bad hair day. No, I was proud. I'm the proud recipient, proud owner of a West Ham Oddballs hat. So I thought, you know what, I'll break it out. Plus, I'm in the bar tonight, which is in the back of the garden, and I've realised that my daughter's nicked the heater, and I don't have enough time to run in the house. So I'm sitting here. I'm actually bloody freezing. I might have the West Ham scarf on soon, to be honest.
Just send her a WhatsApp. Say, if you ever want to eat food again, bring the heater back.
No, there's no point. There's no point. I'll be all right. I'll warm up. With the excitement of this game is going to warm me up, so I won't need it.
Well, players are coming out now, and I just in the chat because I've missed so many people's comments. Guy says, "What am I marinating tonight for dinner?" I've eaten dinner today. I had steamed fish, and it was terrible. It was horrible, but I'm reducing fat at the moment. That's what I'm doing in my life. Ricky B doesn't like my just vocabularistic kind of wordage. He's just not. He's not into that. Leon gives us a hearty hello, which is nice. Ironix says, "It's look as though you've messed up with Manscaped." I mean, I'm wondering because I know you've got this big Shrek fetish. Maybe you just dyed it like fluorescent green, but you don't want anyone to know.
Yeah, I think I just have to look like a prat every time I come on. So I'm hoping that might make. Well, it's not really helping at the moment, is it? So I thought if I wore that horrible top, if my wife's watching, it's lovely. I really best Christmas present ever.
Yeah.
But if I wore that, it might be like some managers or players don't change their pants or their socks until they lose. But yeah, I'll keep changing regularly.
Change something on the mere off chance that we win. I mean, yeah, the attacking options on the bench is Guilherme, and then is Ings an attacking option? I don't really think he is. So yeah, it's I mean, on the lineup they've got Soler left, Paqueta middle, Kudus right, which is the most just for Richard B, the most mendacious attacking trio. You've got Iwobi's terrible. Now I've said that, maybe he'll score.
He's done well though. He's been all right this season. He has done well for him. Probably been one of his best seasons.
Well, hopefully he's got anything good out of him, but he's usually worth a mistake.
Usually he's rubbish, yeah.
Bassi number 3, he's pretty decent. But yeah, like obviously Marco Silva like proven himself to be a good manager by getting results out of that lineup. And in the chat, GP, not Graham Potter, but the original GP, has put in £2 and a highly inappropriate, salacious, and lascivious message. Those 2 words were for Richard B. Salacious and lascivious. Remember them. Write them down. Look up. Simon doesn't like staring directly at the sun. Yeah, I don't know why it's so shiny. I haven't been perspiring madly and just absolutely profusely. I don't know. What can I say? It's a reflective glow of the excitement I have for the football we're about to watch. We should also say that the software we're using puts a bit of a delay to YouTube. So just to save the comments that will come anyway. Oh, you guys are 30 to 60 seconds behind. We know we are, but that's good because then you get to have your own organic reaction and then watch our orgasmic reaction to the inevitable Hammers onslaught of tiny little Fulham.
Obviously, I was a little bit behind, Nick. What was your score prediction?
I'm saying 2-2. It's either 2-2 or 1-1 is obviously my second score prediction, and 0-0. 0-0 would be my third score prediction. So 3-3 would be my fourth. It just seems, a draw is likely. I think I
Covering the
think Kudus
bases.
and Paqueta can get us something out of this, but Fulham, they're well set up. They work hard. They're always busy, so they know how to get a couple of goals. Jimenez has got a couple recently, even though, they were penalties, but nonetheless, I think he feels confident. So, yeah, game's well into the first minute now. Just gonna have a quick look down the chat in case I have ignored anything particularly pertinent. No, just Richard B coming up with Insidious there. And we've got some 1-1s, 3-1s. 3-1? Wow.
3-1, wow.
Bank on Fico.
Love that.
2-1 from Dad's Army. 5. I'm going to ignore GP's full of nonsense anyway, so he says 5-1. Let's see. That would be nice. I think you'll probably get your toes out. I know GP's not into the toes, but
Probably not. Right, not in.
yeah, Alex Chapman says the age of the squad is the legacy of David Moyes. I had a kind of a weird thought. I had a very dirty thought. I thought it, and then I felt dirty and ashamed that I wouldn't mind if Tottenham beat Everton. And then that was my instinct. That was my honest instinct thought. And then I just kind of shook it off. And I felt very horrible with myself for thinking that Tottenham could win a game. But I'm in the definitely don't want Moyes to do well camp. Some people might say, oh, he did well with us and blah, blah, blah. But it was just his words. He's just post leaving us.
Yeah.
Little snipes endlessly on any podcast he can get himself on. Pace of the game's quite slow so far, opening minute or two.
Yeah. They're on the attack though, so pushing forward.
What time are you on?
I am on. Sorry, it's covering up the time. I've got something covering it up, which is a bit of a pain, so I can't see. But yeah, not sure.
Yeah, when Fulham have got the ball, yeah, Paqueta is in the middle. Souček goes up rather than drops to push. Mavropanos followed Jimenez out to the left wing. He doesn't usually do that. So I don't know if that's a new thing, that he's been taught how to mark an opposition footballer for the first time in his career. Let's have a look.
It looks like Paqueta and Souček are the furthest forward though. Like when we were attacking, I know we're defending at the moment, but I wonder if he's been told to get up and nick a goal, Souček.
Yeah. I mean, time-wise,
isn't he?
we are on. Me and you're on slightly different times, and I have no idea who's. I have no idea who's in advance, and we're delayed to hit the live chat with whatever we see.
I'm on 3:40, 3 minutes 40 at the moment, but
surprisingly a lot of empty seats. Although maybe 7:30, maybe some people are still filtering in.
If anyone, obviously we can't hear this. What was the reception like for Potter? Should see if
should have been good.
Everyone was cheering, and did he have a walkout?
Stadium looks about 70% full at this point.
Yeah. Not really much happened at the moment. It's just focused on Harry Wilson, and we've got a goal kick. So Mavropanos is playing. How worried are you, Nick?
Very. Always. I mean, it's always a goal.
We always say that every week, don't we? There's a goal head start.
Yeah, and we're always right. Like we're never wrong. We're never like, oh, I can't believe we called it wrong. He's absolutely showed us up there with that rock solid clean sheet he's done.
I mean, the first half last week was really good. It was a great watch, wasn't it? It was really.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see actual tactics and things. In the chat, DC says, "Shall we have a sweep for the Mavropanos disaster costing us a goal and going 23rd minute?"
I'll go 17.
Clive, this lineup is the biggest what the fuck or a masterstroke.
Yeah, it really is.
Terence G says, has the pitch been made more narrow? I mean, there is mad method to his madness there, because on the far side of the pitch, you can still see like the grass marks, but the paint line comes in. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, game a bit slow so far. Just both teams just kind of knocking it round. No one's really had a cross. It's been scrappy. We've had absolutely no possession whatsoever. AD says 12th minute goal. Presumably that's on the Mavropanos. Ponte thinks we'll make it to the 63rd minute.
Old.
Yeah, until Mavropanos makes a mistake.
Man, just having some technical issues here. Been a pain. It's when you come up. It's when you rock up late. This is what happens. You're all prepared.
No, it's on BT TNT Discovery thingy. Do you not have anything like that?
Pure Sky Sports, me.
Yeah.
I'll find something. Don't worry.
Yeah, I can check around the. What the hell was I watching it on before? Let me check the one I had a while ago.
I haven't had much of the ball. I mean, I've got it iffy. Yeah, score. But the Fulham are just pressure. We just really struggle against any team that presses. I don't know why. Other teams seem to press all the time and get away with it.
Yeah, what I was hoping to see from us because of Potter was the working it out. You know, the playing it out that Brighton was so good at. I mean, obviously it's too early now, so I don't really expect it this game. Basically, we need to just pass it around and get some possession because we're absolutely not doing that. But we're also not countering. So just a good old-fashioned footballing cliche, just get a hold of it, keep it on the deck.
All pump forward, but to nobody. Goodness is chasing. Oh, unlucky. I don't want us just to be long ball in this all game, though. But I can't really see what else we can do with that midfield. It's a bit. I mean, they're not going to counter. We haven't got the pace to counter.
Yeah, that would be fine. I mean, last minute we've had a bit of like slow possession, which is fine. Any form of possession in this game against Fulham is absolutely fine. Even if it's a boring first half of football, and so be it. With the injuries that we've got, I don't really mind that.
Why was who's at left back? Sorry, remind me. Give me things back up.
Today.
Yeah, why is he man of the match last game? His goals and he's dropped.
Yeah, I mean, not only it's a funny lineup and a funny formation, but because of the way the game's been going, it's difficult to see if, you know, is it a fullback situation, a wing back, a three at the back? Because at the moment, it's just been two teams running around the pitch, putting basically nothing together and then nicking possession. Keanu asks you, because you were late, does Northy know how many bottles of Highland Spring Gio bought in 2024? Allegedly.
Why would you buy any?
Well, that's what he's been asked many times. Allegedly, he bought 2,400.
What the hell was he doing with that?
I don't know, because the most purchased thing he got from Tesco was Highland Spring. And the second thing he got from Tesco was, get this, chicken breast, which raises a lot of questions because it's not the most tasty meat. And choosing my words very carefully, I didn't really see Gio as, let's say, you know, gym warrior, fitness enthusiast, let's say. So
yeah,
you could go for tastier meats, which does sound a bit like tasty wheat because Mr. Anderson was the phrase that pays. But you could go for more tasty food than bland, dry, low-fat chicken breast, even if you wanted to go low-fat. Fun fact, I think Richard B will like this. Obviously, turkey's lower fat than chicken breast. Everyone knows that. Cooked duck breast is lower in fat than chicken breast. Have I just blown your mind? Did you know that factoid?
I don't like duck. I don't even have it at Chinese.
It's lower in fat. Cooked duck breast is lower in fat than chicken, and it contains iron and omega-3. So, anyway, the chicken breast thing. It's the scandal of 2025. Just didn't expect that from Gio.
The water thing. The water thing's much more puzzling.
It is a bit. It is a bit. He says it tastes nice, but I think that's just when your brain is telling you it's going to be nice because it's in a fancy bottle. I think what should happen in the next mug of tea or the naked or whatever on Patreon, someone needs to be with Gio at the time to do it, but he needs to do a taste test. He needs to do tap, filtered tap, like Brita filtered tap, bog standard Tesco or Sainsbury's, and then his famous Highland Spring. He needs to taste those, blind taste test, and rank it. So
How many bottles did he buy again?
2,400 1.5 litre bottles.
Right, I'm working.
Which isn't, I don't even know how you drink that much. I know you're supposed to drink
£2 grand. 1,920 quid on water, which is free. They say the Scottish are tight, but that's mental.
He's got to do a blind taste test. He has to.
Anyway, we in the game yet, Nick?
I mean, there's a lot of passing. I'll tell you that. Both teams are passing it round. Are they doing much with it? Not so far. As I watch it, Fulham do have an attack in whatever minute this is in reality, but then spank it over the bar. Have you seen that? Have you seen that chance yet?
No.
I mean, WHOScored.com did say they favoured long shots, and that was a long shot, but it was terrible. He did have a lot of time and space to make a long shot. Rodriguez is absolutely solidly out of breath after 12 minutes.
That midfield is such a worry, isn't it? I mean, if you're Potter, who's the first? Because Monaco bid, didn't they, for Alvarez? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a loan though.
Was that a loan to buy?
I don't know if it was an obligation or option. It was either the obligation or the option. I don't know which one.
Do you know how much? If it was to go perm,
I don't think it was stated
like that.
But yeah, I mean the Duran thing's been linked, which Gio, did the video on saying it's probably just nonsense, and the owner might be just trying to do we are in for players. Oh damn, we couldn't afford any of them. But I think we should sell anyone except Kudus to raise the funds. I think we should pay anything for Duran. If they want 60, 70, 80, anything we can afford, even if Sullivan has to flog some of his whatevers, I don't know what, we've got to get the money. He's ridiculously good, and at his age, he's like 27.
It's kind of like that thing though. If you see something, if you're going shopping and you see something in a January sales, and then you go, actually, I really need that. I'm going to go back and buy it, but it's double the price. It's kind of the same thing. So I ain't paying that. I could have got it for that. I know it's not quite the same, but still, you must be thinking, bugger, why didn't I just pull the trigger?
Well, yeah, but his value is still going to raise. That's the thing.
Yeah,
his value is going to keep going up. I mean, just for one of his goals, you could say the goal against Bayern Munich. If you wanted proof of value, but Zanussi says, "Don't make a joke of your channel." I'm not sure what that means. We'd like to elaborate. Someone called Zanussi Dish opting against humor. Yeah, Richard B. Yeah, we tried FC. That's us in the transfer window.
Yeah. I'm on 14 minutes now. How far behind you?
We're about the same.
Ah, cool. Good.
Yeah, James Gunn says get Guilherme on. I mean, yeah, an attacker would be nice. Obviously, there's going to be no changes till half time. And Fulham haven't had I wouldn't really say they've had a chance so far, although I have been prattling nonsense.
If you had to drop like that midfield three, if you were to have Guilherme on, which one of those would you take out? Like at the starting lineup?
Rodriguez.
Yeah. I mean, that's I'd do exactly the same. I don't know why you would go with him over. Well, I don't know why you would do that, because Kudus can't do it all on his own. And there's no Paqueta, again, hit and miss, isn't he? Paqueta, you just don't know what you're going to get. Soler, again, can do it, but pace is just not there. It's only Kudus. At least he looks quick, Guilherme.
Yeah, Neil says this is terrible. I don't know if he meant water chat or the game.
Yeah, not much happening in the game, is it? 15 minutes and hasn't been a sniff of even a shot, I think, let alone a chance.
DC mentions ostrich, which is very nice, and you can get in Sainsbury's these days. INH says they don't like to commentate, do they? There's nothing happening. If something happens, we'll let you know. And also, it's on British TV. It's on TNT. So I'm kind of figuring that everyone.
A cross is coming in from Fulham.
Everyone
has goes to no one.
Yeah, there you go. Commentary.
It's back to halfway.
Yeah.
Come on, bit of excitement.
Yeah, we can only commentate on what happens. We can't make it up. We can't say on a fantastic little exchange between Kudus and Paqueta, it was the best thing I've ever seen. It didn't happen.
Wan-Bissaka nearly got his head taken off by Raul Jimenez there. And if it connected, we'll see. Nah, hit his shoulder more than anything, but his foot was too high.
Yeah, we have a Brazilian in the chat. Enrique Sansuza. Corinthians are probably the best in Brazil, I think that says.
Would you take Raul Jimenez at West Ham?
No. I know we don't have anyone, but
yeah,
Bowen's going to come back eventually. So I just have Kudus, Bowen, Somerville.
Shot comes in.
Because we've got them.
Kilman nods it over the bar.
It's a lot of those players. Like we're linked with the player that Forest don't want. We're linked with a player I think that Leipzig don't want, and we were linked with someone else that someone else doesn't want as well. And even someone like Jimenez, who you can get enough goals out of him. Unless you sell Kudus, you still got Kudus, Bowen, Somerville. So I would say playing Somerville above getting in any other striker except Duran. If you could get Duran somehow, then you'd have to just do something to have Bowen, Somerville, Kudus, and Duran on the pitch at the same time. Get rid of Paqueta, maybe. Apart from Duran, I'd rather have Somerville on the pitch. Kudus on the right. That was decent out. Was that Mavropanos? Yeah, I think it was. It was either Mavropanos or Kilman. They're both quite stocky, so I couldn't tell, but it was decent. Decent header out.
Mavropanos and Smith Rowe over there. I mean, here's a funny one as well, Smith Rowe, because I know we were linked to Eddie Nketiah for ages as well, talking like sort of Arsenal youth players, but neither have really. Neither of them are 20-goal a season strikers. When was the last time we had that? It was Cotti, wasn't it? Last 20-goal a season striker. Ashton would have done it, but
Hartson.
Oh, yeah, he was a decent player, wasn't he? He got stuck in. I like those type of players who get stuck in.
Yeah, numbers-wise, I can't remember anyone close to Hudson. Troy says, why would we want Jimenez when we have the physical beasts? That is Danny Ings. Stefan Brandau, doesn't matter who we get if we can't get the ball out of our own half. Very true.
Well, we're in their half.
That was a terrible pass by him. That was so bad. That was so bad.
What could us turn?
I'm not sure this has got to do anything. Northview works part-time as a naked funeral director.
How did you know?
That is That is a very specific one. Yeah, Peter also brings up the Bat Shuai, or whatever his name is. Another one that no one wants.
Yeah. Isn't he? If he was going to be a top striker, he's had enough time to do it. He's still, how old is he though? He's probably only mid-20s, isn't he? 26? Is he? Actually, he might be older than that. I don't know. He's been around for a while. We've got to try and spell it now in Google.
Sam says sort out Graham. See, DC prefers the chat to shit football. Shit chat is better. Jeff says Carlton Cole stalled 20 goals in the championship season. That is how bad. I mean, that is just shows how bad we are striker-wise. Harewood, I think the most he got was, I want to say like 14, maybe.
Yeah, he's 31. Back sure. That's. He never scored 20 goals in a season if he was that old. I mean, what's the point of going for another old player? I just think that's crap rumours, those sort of. I can't see us buying anyone over 30. So I just don't think the fans would have it after Fulkrug.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like if it's not Duran, I'd just prefer a real midfielder. Obviously, I'd prefer Potts and Orford to start getting proper appearances from the summer. But apart from that, like just a genuine high quality, high energy midfielder. Because, as I said, Kudus, Bowen, Somerville, or Bowen, Kudus, Somerville, there's goals there. We just need to sort the midfield out to get some energy to actually move it up the pitch in the first place. In the chat, Lee Hammer, playing with no confidence, symptomatic of a squad lacking in confidence. Yeah, the Jonathan David thing he's always mentioned, isn't he?
Yeah, he's mentioned a lot.
I mean, I know he has energy. I know he has pace. I don't know. I'm not totally convinced of his footballing abilities, but I think people keep saying he's free. So, Very Rancid says we are doing okay. Mavro has been decent.
Yeah, I mean, Mavros can be decent for a long time, but when he does make a mistake, that's usually when it costs us. It's those costly mistakes of him.
Yeah, it's quite interesting when we've got possession. Fulham are definitely picking their opportunities to press, if pressing at all.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nothing first 21 minutes.
Which is fine. I don't mind it. If we get our act together, possession-wise, I don't mind a boring game. Commentary is going to be nonsense, so if you don't want us to talk about various etymology of words. Stefan Brando, even the announcer saying our midfield is slow and on par, Lord of the Dead, either way, Ings should go on. Go on sounds like, pass over to the other. He should shift his mortal coil and Paqueta should stay, take Rodriguez off.
Jeff says, didn't Bowen get 20 goals in a season last season? I think he got 16. I think he got 6 assists as well. So more than 20 goal contributions, but I don't think he hit 20. He was decent though. He was brilliant last season.
Doesn't want us to mention Mav, just in case. Lee never play Rodriguez again. Yeah. I think he'd be quality at vets football. If he was playing with other 40-year-olds, then he'd look absolutely mustard, just delicately caressing the ball. In like Masters football, Rodriguez would be masterly. Zanussi dish. He's just really into. We could summarize. Last few minutes we've had possession and done nothing else apart from be around the halfway line. We've won a couple of easy, cheap fouls. We look as though we have a lot of defensive midfielders on the pitch, and when they get the ball, they look like they are defensive midfielders. Like Alvarez over to Emerson, back. That's a back pass. I'll just let you know the forward passes. Mavropanos. Diagonal pass.
No. Oh, what Wan-Bissaka's doing.
Backwards. And let me guess. Come on.
Wan-Bissaka went on an amazing run where he was at their corner flag and basically run back to our penalty spot. He was blinded. No one got near him. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a defensive display. It's a cautious, conservative, careful, which is fine. Not criticism.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Troj just said in the chat, got to get the kids on. I mean, the only problem is that we only have a one attacking kid in Guilherme. Paqueta, guess what Paqueta does? Fall over. You will be shocked that Paqueta fell over and lost possession.
Fulham with a shot wired.
Yeah, that gave Fulham a counter-attack through it. Absolutely. If you could just imagine, what would Paqueta do? Fall over unnecessarily when it definitely wasn't a foul, and then lose possession by doing so.
DC's got faith that Potty will make the necessary changes at half time. I mean, we're not looking bad. We're looking as dangerous as they are. So it's a bit toothless from both teams at the moment. It's just if this is a boxing match, we'd say we're feeling each other out, and the crowd would be booing because nothing's happening. But yeah, we're just keeping it tight. Or Paqueta's.
Yeah, Dave is wondering if we could have a shot. No. It's baby steps. You got to get to their final third first, and then slowly but surely line up a shot on target.
I mean, Fulham have given away 5 fouls Well, 0. So, I mean, they're very niggly. Raul Jimenez is really just putting himself about, but not really doing much else. We've got a throw. Wow. We've got a throw. Woo! In their half. This game's cooking. Pete says, I take it we train like this with the objective to try and keep hold of the ball. It's half working. We're not doing bad. I hope we're not going to turn it, trying to turn us into Arsenal. We're just trying to walk it in, or just possession for possession's sake.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's happening. I'll be back in a second.
George says Skulls will be better in the midfield too. I think we are 2-1 pace there. We are 2-1 pace. I don't know why we have to pack out midfield. We seem to want to pack out a midfield. We've done it the last probably 2 managers when they're not very good, and then they try to lump it over them to play a long ball. Cross comes in. Oh, it's West Ham goal. Oh, is it offside?
Who was
Offside.
it? Oh,
Offside. Good. They're going to check it though. They're going to check it. Oh, I don't know what's happening here. So flag for offside. We're going to watch it here. Soucek. Oh yeah, we've got 2 offside. Yeah, Soucek and 26. Yeah, definitely offside. It's not going to be given.
A European tour mug far too early.
On for an apple juice.
Yeah, there's a lot of single-use plastic going on in Hammer's chat these days. I'm really sure I approve.
Yeah, they are looking at VR, but there's no way this goal's given. This would definitely be offside.
Troy says too spoilerish. What does that mean?
Justin says, for a striker, I quite like Sami Omaridian from Porto. He's not one I know about. How many goals has he scored, Justin? Any too lazy to look it up? Do let us know in the chat.
Why did they take that long to look at the VAR?
Oh, it's a mile off, isn't it? Oh, I suppose no, he's mile off.
Yeah.
Yeah, mile off. David just joined. Who's up front? Kudus is up front.
Technically.
Sort of.
Oh, well, back to square one.
Positive, though. It's positive. It's we've got the ball in.
Yeah. Could have stayed on side. Potter yelling out instructions. I still think I'm slightly behind yours somehow.
Giving it away. I just want it back. Offside. Shamrock Dan said Nick wants to be a naked Lineker wearing a G-rope. Did I miss something in the earlier conversations?
Maybe. I only think if he's talking about my wild optimism of a European tour. I mean, I did like it was Lineker started the season saying like he didn't start, but when Leicester were doing well, he said if Leicester do win, he'll turn up on match of the day.
Yeah.
For example, I've made absolutely no such promise.
If West Ham win the league, I can make that promise. If West Ham win the league,
well, yeah,
I'll do the watch along naked, no problem.
That one's quite safe.
Safe as houses, that one.
Oh, we had a cross. Can't believe it. I cannot Adam and Eve it, but we had a cross. And it was offside anyway. We've had an offside goal and a cross. That's improvement.
Mini Stroll says, is Alex Pereira playing? No. I think so. No.
DC is still in the dark about many things. Zanussi dish comes up with nonsense. Not sure what that means. It was just a Soucek header goal that was offside, quite simply. How did we not get that goal? It was offside.
Yeah, well offside. Nick says we need to get the deadwood out and get the players back from injury and also get the loan players come back. It's a lot of work, that, isn't it? Basically, a complete overhaul from top to bottom. I mean, would James Ward-Prowse improve this midfield, though? Really?
I think he's. Well, I mean, if we insist on playing this many. Oh, is that a goal? Was that still there? 1-0.
Yes. That's a good finish.
Unbelievable.
Hello. Never in doubt, boys. Never in doubt.
Beautiful strike. Well, I did not see Soler first goal. When Souček scored, I thought, oh, you know, should have had a bet on Souček first goal scorer. That seemed obvious, but I didn't see that one. Obviously, Andreas has made a mistake. Let's see what he did. Goalkeeper had it. I think it was poor goalkeeper pass. Yeah, terrible. Terrible goalkeeper pass. It's Andreas. It was his fault. Lovely, beautiful finish from Soler. Very similar in angle, but from a slightly different place to that Bruno Fernandes goal. Reminds me of that because he just whipped it. Beautiful goal. Oh, I mean, a bit of luck from our side. I would say we didn't make that. I suppose our press was decent, but it was their goalkeeper. I mean, their goalkeeper did the stupid thing that all modern goalkeepers feel they must do always and make a clever pass. When that pass wasn't on, he was surrounded by players. So, yeah, I mean, Fulham get punished for trying to be clever. Hughes says, there's our striker. James Gunn, people love the idea of James Ward-Prowse and question why the midfield get torn to pieces last season with being cut in midfield. Yeah, I mean, James Ward-Prowse, he's not the answer, but he's a good option from the bench because just for crossing. If we've, exhausted all other opportunities or we get another injury or something. But another goal incoming. We're so far behind on this. I have no idea how this could ever possibly happen. Bad Fulham mistake. Kudus drives forwards. Gets it ready. Playing around the box. Soler over to Wan-Bissaka back. Oh, what a good goal that was. That was a lovely goal. Lovely goal. It came from... I'm not sure if it was a Fulham mistake or just a weak header. Can't actually believe West Ham are winning 2-0 on 32 minutes in. Really good passing around by everyone. Nice and calm. I just want to see exactly what mistake led to that. Is this the first time we've been 2-0 up in the first half this season? Yes. Great work by Kudus. Who made the mistake? I think Kilman had it on the box, chipped it up. Oh, yeah, and then Fulham's defender was just completely weak with it, ran to Kudus, who did well to keep it. Fulham only have 5 players back in the box at that point. Then they eventually get 6 and 7 back, but they were slow coming back. And they didn't pick anyone up either. Slightly weird. Fulham just watched that happen, which we usually see happening. That was excellent pullback from Wan-Bissaka. He knew exactly what he was doing. Lovely. Beautiful. Northie, you're on. I can't hear you. Northie, I cannot hear you. You've got gremlins again. You're gonna have to do some unplugging. I'll let you know if I can ever hear you. Unbelievable. Indeed, Dave Burley not used to this. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit soft from Fulham, you got to say. It was just one ball over the top. And then their defender just completely was weak and didn't even try and header it. And because of that, it instantly goes to Kudus. And then Fulham didn't really track back. The defense did exactly what our defense did in the Liverpool game, where you'd see 5 of our players run back to our own box and no one else. And then it was just some calm, decent passing around Really calm, nice finish from Souček. BWC is why are you so far behind? Because two reasons. The software that we use to make all these fancy graphics, I prefer the one without the fancy graphics because then there's not much delay. And then I can more immediately interact with you lovely people. But with this software, there's already a 30-second delay from what I say to when it hits YouTube. And then I'm on a very, very slight delay on the thing I'm watching it on because I'm watching it on the tablet. That is why. Dean is being very post-predictive. I had a feeling we'd do okay tonight. Can you reference that before 7:30 p.m., Dean?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Hit the bar. Fulham hit the bar.
Speculative at best.
It's Iwobi, though. So you mentioned Iwobi being rubbish, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
DC says, I don't think I'd like these live streams if they weren't shambolic. Well, luckily, we've mastered that. Bloody, I don't know what's wrong with my roadcaster. I think it's the cold.
No idea. Yeah, Richard B said we've done nothing and scored 2. I mean, I guess that you could say we've been clinical. 2 chances, 2 goals. When we had the 3rd chance, that went in, but that was offside.
Fluffy Python bringing the dose of realism that you're right, we've all been there. Let's not celebrate too early.
Yeah, Dave brings up an important point. Kudus took the non-selfish action because he has been blamed a bit. Russell Milton says, be happy, guys. We are happy.
We are. We're just not used to it. That's why we don't know how to cope.
Yeah, and also trying to analyse the goal. I'm very happy with it, but Fulham caused, Fulham gave us 2 chances. We did really well to take them. That's great. But they were just sloppy. Just calling it like I see it.
Kudus is actually really battling today as well.
Yeah, the Dan imbibes, is this enjoyment? Is this what it feels like to be 2-0 up at home?
Kudus doing party tricks there.
Hughes has donated $5 loonies. It says
so
pound, and then it says dollars.
Oh, let's not put money in for being negative. I'll have a bundle. No, thank you, Hughes.
Yes, Scott Mark, clinical, rarely a word connected with West Ham, more like in the rehab. Yeah, clinical psychology for our anxiety, stress, and depression. Jeff says, does my arm ache holding the mic all game? That is what incredible amounts of copious masturbation will do to your arm strength.
Got one strong arm on week 1.
Yeah, this one can barely operate the mouse. I get tired just clicking it. But this can go all night. Yeah, GPs did say 5-1 up. Kudus looking positive. Fulham, I mean, yeah. Ooh, that was a close one.
Forward. Oh, dear.
Very nice from Fabianski.
That was brave keeping by Fabianski, and Emerson has just absolutely clattered him for no reason. Listen to the shout.
Let's see. What are the other scores?
He's smiling. Forest are winning.
30 seconds behind. Let's have a look.
New Leicester.
Chelsea winning. Forest winning. Do I have anything on Forest win that doesn't include another team? Let's see.
Van Fico. Full name. 3-1 on the way. Was that your prediction pre-game? So I'll take that. I'll take that now. Yeah, there's always the one, isn't there? We have to watch out for with Mavropanos. Again, we're hating on Mavropanos, but he's been all right. Been all right so far. But I've never seen him do it over 90 minutes. That's the problem.
Yeah, if you're talking of cheeky bets and Leicester and all that, just a bit of a side bet on Forest. Why not? Anyone else think goalkeepers' gloves look the size of foam hands these days?
Yeah, they are pretty big. Or are their hands just bigger?
Nelson says 2-0 up, and all these two have done is moan. Bore off, you pair of Karens.
We're not moaning. Where we moaned?
We moaned. Think moan. If you can quote a moan, then just go for it. Next time we moan, write it down in quotation marks.
What was there was a question here that I quite like. Oh yeah, Henry has said, if you sell Mavropanos in the summer, we get 2 new centre backs. The question would be, how much is Mavropanos worth? And then what's his centre backs would we get for that money? I don't think we'd get a huge amount for him. You may get 1 centre back. I don't know if you get 2.
Yeah, Mavropanos, you get token fee. I mean, whoever would want him, whoever could afford him, like 5 million at most, because he's a footballer. Even that's just shocking steal.
I don't know what his wages are. I'm going to look them up. It's always a problem as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, just getting rid of him doesn't really matter at this point. We waste
50
so
grand
much
a week.
money anyway.
50 grand a week for a Premier League player. I mean, it sounds mental still, but that's not. It's not. At least it's not on Danny Ings' money.
Dean's showing off that he's got a new phone.
Oh, Paqueta clears.
Ricky B thinks you could get 4 Mars bars for Mav. Pretty much. I mean, paying actual money for him. It seems like a Zuma situation. If we can just get someone to have him so we don't have to pay his wages. 41 minutes, coming up 42. Actually, it's not even true. The official timer, which says 43. So I mean, we're going to get half time. Hopefully.
2-0 up. That's a cushion. We're not used to a cushion. Beautiful.
Yeah, Peter Canning. We're getting a lot of what I would say trolls and haters. Is this commentary on the match? If it is, it's crap. Well, I mean, yeah, because the watch along is not really the same as not like Rodriguez gets the ball, Rodriguez, because that would just seem a bit redundant. And it is on TNT.
I know what BBC Sports for.
Yeah, it's on you can get Sky, TNT. If you want to know what's happening right now, is just a bit of possession. From West Ham. Not much else. If there's an attack, then we'll let you know. At the moment,
we're playing it around lovely, to be fair. Yeah. But it's neat, it's tidy.
Yeah, we've got confidence from each goal. Now that we see 2 things. Our players are going to see, one, that they've already made 2 mistakes, which just gives you a lot of confidence to feel they could make another one. And that when they make a mistake, we can profit from them with clinicality, which is not a word, with passing, with general just goodness. However, when Fulham do attack, they are still creating chances. They've had a couple off the crossbar. They had one close one that Fabianski clattered into Emerson in order to save. So they will get, that's going to be the pattern of play. It's not like they're suddenly a bad team. It's not like, Southampton came to us during their worst period and we got 2-0 up. We got 2-0 up through things that we did well and things that they did badly, but also they still know what they're doing. They've still got the setup. They've got, their main players playing. That's the summary. I hope that's okay that you got for free on YouTube.
Castagni just got a yellow card for a foul on Paqueta, which is a bit harsh for a yellow card, I think. But Paqueta, as Paqueta does, makes it look like he's been murdered. So we'll take that. We like it. Dave Burley says, does this show how much the players dislike Loppy or how much they like Potter? Both.
Yeah, I think so. I think both. I mean, there's no way. It's quite funny because I was thinking about things like Potter's press conference, and West Ham fans are just so happy with, relatively to what we've been experienced recently. When Potter was just being even linked with us, Brighton fans would come on to, Hammers Chat videos in the comments and stuff like that and say, yeah, he's a good manager, but in his press conferences, you'll be bored to tears. We're actually excited because he says words that a football manager would say and actually answers questions.
You can understand him.
Yeah, so for the players, it must be that too. It must be someone who made no sense, like literally words made no sense, and just generally anything that he said and tried to do as manager made no sense, to someone who just makes basic sense. They've got to be loving it. And importantly in the chat, a little vote of confidence from Very Rancid. Exactly, silliness. That's what we're here for. We're not here for slick professionalism. That's not it. Ian says, can't believe all we're doing is passing around defending. If only we could attack. I mean, it's working at the moment so far, I'd say.
Yeah, I like it.
Profiting on their slip-ups and then going for it like coiled cobras, ready to pounce. Cobras don't really pounce. I don't know what they do, but here we go.
Scott says, we think this shows the difference between Loppy and Potter. Potter gives belief to players, even when they are average. Sometimes that's all you need. Yeah, I mean, there's other teams. I mean, you look at the Bournemouths, Fulhams. You know, there's enough players. Not in Forest. You know, they're doing well on you're not having any superstars, and we have got some superstars in Kudus and Bowden and stuff. So Potter could take us. I mean, my prediction. I know we're coming up to halftime. I know my prediction was 10th. Where we would finish this season. Nick, where did you say? I think you were a bit more optimistic, weren't you?
Yeah, I was stupidly optimistic, and I thought we could even get Europa League positioning close to Champions League positioning, because I was completely just lulled into the whole we've signed 9 players. And in my defense, there was no way to predict that Lopetegui would be as bad as he was. People might said he might be boring or defensive, but just nonsense. Yeah, there was no way. If we started with Potter, I feel very confident about next season anyway. So Richard B says, why are you here for the commentary? Relevant to the earlier point in that, game commentary.
This is where we're going wrong.
I mean, I've alluded to my own personal habits and hobbies.
Mine's not worth talking about, so I won't go there.
Clive says, if we win the next 2 games in this formation, we buy a striker, who do we drop? Do we change formation? This lineup raises questions. I mean, we've got obviously Bowen out, Somerville out. So I think those 2 players answer any questions. I think where questions remain is about our midfield, and still probably about the centre back options. I think Todibo is a good option, and I think Casey is the one to try from the summer onwards. Ideal world, if we are going to go top 6, either Potter needs to work miracles with Kilman, or something else, or we need to get absolutely quality, energetic midfielder.
Would you bring? I mean, they're talking of energetic midfielders. Would you bring James Ward-Prowse in or Potts?
Potts from the summer definitely. I don't think I think Gio made the logical point that you don't withdraw Potts now just because of what we're facing, because that will just ruin the relationship to Portsmouth or any club if they just see that we kind of, loan them a player who has a great half season, and then we go, oh, we'll have him back. He's doing well. Then next time we call them up and say, okay, now, do you want Orford? They go, no, because you'll just take him back. Or do you want Casey? No, we'll just take him back. So I think, Potts has to come back in the summer and be one for, starting with 30 minutes plus. If we sign someone who's energetic, and if we don't, then he has to be trusted with them starting.
Dead's Army says, as it's halftime, Dead's Army says, hope we get Rashford and Duran. I mean, I think they're worlds apart in terms of attitude from what you hear. So
and quality and goal.
Oh yeah, Rashford's always in chalice. I wouldn't go anywhere near him. I think, is it Milan? Milan are going for him?
Allegedly, but who knows?
Oh, he's a weird one. Yeah, he was quality when he first burst on the scene. He was quality. He hasn't really been. I know Man U's a funny place to be. It is a funny place, but that's down to the players. It's not. You can't be all of those managers are crap. It's got to be. There's just poison in that dressing room, and I don't think Rashford.
Yeah, he's nonsense. He's always miserable.
Positive influence.
He doesn't like being a footballer. So going to something else. David Burley says, player of the first half. Who would you pick?
I think Kudus has actually been quite bright, and the fact that he's passed for once could edge that for me. But I don't feel like,
Yeah.
we're 2-0 up. We've not blown them away, but I think we've been really, really conservative, really safe, and then just been clinical. And that's something we haven't seen for West Ham for a long time. It's been a bit panic stations. I think at the beginning they was pressing us, and we panicked a little bit. But I think after that first 10 minutes, I think we really settled into it, and I don't think we've looked troubled really. They've hit the crossbar, but the top of the crossbar. I don't think there's anything that's been any rasping shots. So I'm really pleased with that half. But then I was very pleased with the first half last week. So can we keep it up for 90 minutes? That's going to be the question.
Yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka's done well. Soler's done well. Yeah, Kudus, like you say. Someone mentioned Dean said Paqueta's been pressing and pressing high as well. CB says Rashford is dreadful.
Yep.
Completely agree with that. Marcus Millward, players playing for the coach. DC has finally finished his thumper dumper. Decent first half.
In all for the new polite Derek and Clive. I like that. That's a good comparison. I'll take that.
Joe Schmo, brilliant so far. I mean, pretty much like we've taken our chances.
Yeah. So
that's why I think Soler obviously scored one and then passed over nicely. Like it was I think it was a pass over to Wan-Bissaka. I think it was deliberate. I don't think it was just like a chip in the box that ended up at Wan-Bissaka's feet. I think it was the right ball at the right time. So, yeah, I think, Alex, brilliant half, all things considered. Sushant, we are so back.
Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so.
Yeah, the effort, element of luck has come into it, absolutely. Jules says we're going to win the lot, which is we're only in the league.
Yeah, we're not in March, are we?
Yeah, we're going to win the lot of January, maybe he's talking about. Ben desperately needs some pace up front. Yeah, I mean, Guilherme for Rodriguez screams out as something obvious because we've only got Guilherme and Ings. I don't think Ings for Rodriguez makes us a more attacking team. I don't think it does anything for us. I think
it's really interesting that because I kind of forgot Rodriguez was there. I can't really remember him doing anything in that half.
Yeah, I'm just presuming he just covers more ground defensively for the inevitable Fulham counterattacks than Ings will. I thought Ings, he had his chance way back in the Lopetegui era, somewhere at the end of November or whatever it was, and did absolutely nothing with it. And then just when he came on against Villa, just couldn't even move about to cover defensive spaces. So I don't see the point of putting Ings on in this game, other than that we've got a game on Saturday, I think it is. So the only reason to put Ings on is just to take someone else off and give them a rest if we happen to be still winning by 2 or more goals when you get to like 80 minutes. So
final run around. Mario disagrees slightly. I'm not saying Rodriguez has been bad. I just don't think I just can't remember him doing much. But it's probably what you want from a defensive midfielder. So I'm not digging him out. But Mario says that the two big weak links under Lopi, Mav and Rodriguez, have played well. Yeah, they've done okay, but we've got to see it for 90 minutes. We've seen them do it for 45 before. We've really got to keep it. If we keep it tight, keep it as we are. I don't mind this sort of passing around and hitting them on the breaks.
I don't mind being boring because
not now.
If you think of the players we've got out and what we might have seen based on that in the last 4 or 5 years, it would have been just completely, give up already. Cias has just got back in for work this first half. Can we get a round up, please? I mean, very, 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 very boring opening 10, 15 minutes when I think they hit the crossbar, but that came out of nothing. And no one created a chance. No one could really keep possession for a while. And then we did get a bit of possession, but we were just being overly sideways and backwards with it. And then Fulham made 2 mistakes in quick succession, and we quickly and clinically profited on them. Like we did everything perfectly. Like one mistake, Soler smashes in a beautiful shot, which was really clever because he must have known that the goalkeeper was going to come back that way, and he put it onto that side. And then their defensive weakness, Kudus takes it forward well, controls it. Soler, Wan-Bissaka, excellent pass right back to Souček. Nice finish. And then Fulham have had a few attacks, but it hasn't been like recently in this season. They've had some attacks. They've got some good players, but I think our defenders, I don't think they would feel, worried. I think they would go back after half time thinking pretty much more of the same.
Yeah. Fraser says the difference in energy in this performance versus Alopi has been a huge improvement. And Elbow 73 says, if it comes up, now that's how you. I can't get it. There you are. Now that's how you manage a football team. No striker and an OAP midfield. Well done, Potter. He certainly knows his stuff. I mean, yeah, it's been as Ben says, it's early days, but very impressed with the impact he's brought. I know that the second half last game, obviously we. Players going down. So take that apart. So we've had a good 45 minutes there, a good 45 minutes here. Let's just hope the second half is the same. And I think it will. Like Fulham have been a bit toothless, which I know is a commentator's curse, as they say, but I think we've bossed this midfield, really. They've done well.
Yeah, I'm going to try and rattle through some comments because there's a lot of them and it's very difficult to get through. Robbie Meadows, these two are much better presenters. I'm impressed, guys. See, anything that anyone says anything nice or basically not nice about us, I will highlight because that's fun. Sophie and Aftab, the football is never going to be free-flowing with the amount of injuries and hell at the time. The players, the manager is going to be successful here. Exactly. See, Potter is someone that I'm having confidence in. David Linton, I'm having a sit-down slash. Just absolutely didn't need to know that, but just announced it to hundreds of other men. I mean, this dude's name is It's a Stinky Poe, which you have to choose.
DC again, isn't it?
You have to choose anything for your YouTube name. I would absolutely keep Kudus. Than any number of average players, that wouldn't make sense. Kevin Locke, they're playing as a team. Johnny Matt, how simple is it to play football? You don't need speed all the time.
It's the energy. The energy is definitely. I mean, it looks like they're working harder for each other already, and that's maybe again it's that new manager bounce where people are really playing for their places, but Potter's job is now to keep that energy up. But yeah, we look like a different team.
Ogum says finally coach playing Kudus for his strength. Obviously we'll see what happens when Bone and Sonko comes back. What do you think Dominic Calvert-Lewin rumors? I mean, he's the type of striker that we would have signed in the past.
No way.
I just hope to God.
No way.
That
no chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Crapperino, Mark, players grew into that half and goal change everything. Yeah, I mean they've got to be sitting then half time, feeling pretty confident. Gives Potter some like really decent foundation to motivate them, send them back out. We definitely do need to make a change at some point, even if we stay 2-0 up, because I'd rather just make a positive change rather than just wait for Fulham to maybe score one and then we make a change. A lot of comments here. Michael Kemp, 2 lovely finishes. I like it changing Lord of the Dead, just singing Eminem, Guess Who's Back. Casey from Av. I mean, dream world, we get 3-0 up and then we can make, all the changes we want.
Yeah, Kevin said, I don't see it's boring, it's controlled. Yeah, I totally agree. I don't think this is boring. I think we've taken our chances, which is something we don't always do, and we've really controlled it since then. So, I think it's a brilliant first half.
Yeah, put the give the old wanking claw a rest. I'll just put the microphone down. Spooky Luke, 10 more years. Graham Potter, Mark Watson brings past the ball for more than 20 seconds. Is that the first time we've been 2-0? Yeah, in the first half it is. Oh wait, no, Ipswich game was that 1-1 at half time? No, that was 2-1 at half time. So yeah.
Sophie asked, why doesn't Gio come in at half time anymore? He's got a baby now, so he got his hands full. So we'll let him off. We'll let him off until the little one's about 10.
Logan Bowser. Is that a real name or is that a Mario Kart homage? We look comfortable on the ball. Mav had a good half. DL bangs out the old, are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Richard B. Still a bit worried about Mavropanos, as we all are. Joe House, we've got Super Graham Potter. He's like, isn't that Quidditch at the back? We're going to win the Premier League. Quidditch at the back is a bit. It's a very good attempt. Very good attempt, Joe Hamstad.
Like it.
Void. Disney Potter is looking well so far. You don't mind us being boring as long as we win. Isn't this what we were doing with Moyes? We got slated for it. It's different. I think it's very, very different for a number of reasons. We're only in the second game,
in between. That's why.
Yeah, we can't really compare anything now. So too early to compare. I also think, like in a completely in a weird, in a non-West Ham way, like if a neutral compared Moyes' last 10 years in football to Potter's and compared their tactics, I think there would be glaring differences. I think people know. I don't think Moyes is going to surprise anyone ever, and I think Potter could do. I reply to someone called Thunderlips 77. But
Hammer says we have a weak bench. We do. That is true. I don't think he'll make any changes at half time, though. Do you?
Seems unlikely. 2-0 up, but I really hope. I mean, I would like to see Guilherme on now just because it's positive change. If not, 55, 60 minutes would be really good to make positive change.
Don't see the point. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't ever want 3 central defensive midfielders on a team. But when you're 2-0 up, that's kind of when you do. So I can't see him changing it at the moment. Plus, as well, you can keep him fresh. Maybe bring him on the last 10 minutes, but I can't see much else apart from that for now.
Yeah, Chippy says, take a commercial break, lads. You deserve a break. I guess the only commercial thing in this game is to subscribe to Patreon, which is below, and you get 7 days free that you can try. So Patreon is on an app. You can go to Hammers Chat. What is it? Patreon.com/Hammers Chat, or just go to the link below in the description, or get the Patreon app and look for Hammers Chat, and you'll get loads of not only behind the scenes stuff, but you'll get more communication, short text messages by email about stuff that Gio and Gonzo are getting from their sources in the club. They only go through to Patreon, so they're worth it.
PC Thomas has said, at this point, after that 45, are we seeing something that could be used again in the future? Talking about setups. I'm assuming you're talking about having 3 centre mids. No, because I don't think we would take our chances. I mean, we've taken our chances well, but we have only had 2 chances, so never had 8. So no, we definitely still need an injection. Someone did also mention in the comments earlier. Sorry, I didn't bring it up. That if we win this, is Sullivan going to put his checkbook away because he thinks we're okay? And I think Potter must have been promised something, because when he came in, like it was so bad, he's got to have said, look, I'm going to need some investment somewhere, whether that's selling players or not. But yeah, I definitely will sign someone. I just don't know who, don't know which position. That's always the question mark.
Yeah, I mean, we rode our luck with the crossbar chance. They're just looking at the highlights now. There was one crossbar. Jimenez did hit the bar, but he was reaching for it.
Yeah.
But that's what they say, fine margin. CB says, yeah, Delap at Ipswich. Yeah, I think so. I definitely agree. I don't think Delap is just having like one good season. I think he's destined for solid career, and he's just he seems to be one of those players that's going to get a very, very decent strike rate every season. But he's definitely going to go somewhere next season. That's for sure. So the question is
move.
I mean, if Arteta wasn't so arrogant, then he'd go for Delap, but he thinks he has to be clever and not do the obvious thing.
Yeah, I'd like him. I think that'd be a good young sign. Imagine having Delap and Duran, trying to pair them 2 together. That'd be tasty. That would be tasty. That's kind of a.
That would be the ultimate 4-4-2.
You know, I love a 4-4-2.
2 Onions says, loving
second half.
Hammers Chat hats and merch and stuff available. Description below. Still a few months of hat weather. Logan answers the question. It's still my real name. Yeah, I mean, I'm like anyway, games kicked off a while ago, so sorry for any halftime comments I didn't get to. Many apologies for this free service that is being provided purely for your pleasure.
Fulham playing with a bit of urgency now, so taking quick free kicks. Where was a chat here that I saw? Oh, that's true. Yeah, we did have, someone did mention we had 2 shots. We actually had 3 shots with 3 goals. Just one of them was offside. Okay, don't quite count, but yeah.
Yeah, again. Well, I mean, Fulham attack immediately. Ball cross.
Send it back to the halfway line now. Sergio says, definitely lucky. But Potter played his cards and got it in the right areas where it matters. Yeah, sometimes you just don't mind a lucky manager. I mean, you can have all the skill in the world, but if you're just one of those unlucky bastards, then it's just everything goes against you. So I'll take the bit of luck. Connor, are you banned? No, what have you been up to? So 47 minutes, and Fulham have a free kick.
Yeah, another way. I don't know if you'd put this up already, but nice beanie. I think it's a beanie because it's got a bobble.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are beanies on the Hammers Chat store, but I encourage everyone to go and have a look.
Go and have a look, yeah. Okay, I'm going to muller this name and I apologise. Amawali Quo? I'll be shocked if we make any signings in January. We've done little or no business in the last few years. The owner's always flatter. 150 million quid's probably, I wouldn't say little or no business in the last few years. I mean, if you'd have put the word good business, that definitely would have been valid because, we've... it's a lot to spend not to have a team that's pushing for Europe. But Potter's going to change that, so don't worry.
Yeah, Jamo says, what's the score? It's 2-0. Soler and Souček, both decent goals. Slightly profiting for the mistakes, but good finishes nonetheless. Soler goal was the best I can remember seeing in quite some time.
Yeah, it's beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was only it was Paqueta rolling around, so
never an injury.
He seems to be okay. But yeah, I mean, that will take it up to almost 49 minutes. So let's see what we do with possession. We haven't had any in the last 4 minutes.
We just keep launching it up. Oh, that's nice.
Didn't expect that. Lovely bit of trickery from Soler there.
I do like Soler. I think he's really good.
I mean, it looks like he did look as though he had potential that we could never find in the last few months. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. It'd be nice if he does up his work rate a bit, but it's doing fine this game. Yeah, we are going up the left wing. It seems to be a pretty obvious aim. And then when they've got it in defence, obviously 2-0 up, not really, just pressing a bit when they get to the halfway line, but not that much. We're happy to basically just keep them near the halfway line.
Josh says Paqueta spends more time on the floor than he does on the ball. Yeah, he does go down easy. So I won't put your one up, Shamrock, after that, but you can read that in the comments, folks.
Percy says, loving the show as always. Thank you. I mean, we're a bit shell-shocked at the moment to be coming out in the second half 2-0 up.
I know, we can get used to this, can't we? Love it. As a shot from Emerson Rose blocked and dribbles into the hands of Fabianski. Lovely.
Yeah, Tommy says, hope we don't get complacent.
Yeah.
We are going to need to show something. So far, First 5-6 minutes of second half, we basically got the ball and we're thinking, well, you know what, we'll kind of attack by kind of putting it up the left wing. That's not really going to be enough because then Fulham are going to get bolder and bolder and bolder.
Oh, 2-1. Mavropanos. Was that Mavropanos left it?
Yep.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, someone predicted 63 minutes for a Mavropanos mistake. It only got until 50.
Christ alive. Why would you leave that? He really is a shambles.
Well,
this is the West Ham squeaky bum time. I don't like to let us have an easy watch along, do they?
Yeah, it was giving the Fulham play too much space. Mavropanos just left it.
So passive.
Literally made a decision in his empty head to do nothing at that point.
It was a good run, but Jesus.
What on earth was he thinking? He couldn't move over another 2 yards?
That's pathetic. Honestly, he's a fucking shambles of a player.
Yeah.
You might as well stick a youth player in. What is the point of keep playing? You know we just screwed every week with him. And they attack again, shot over the bar. But the tails are up. They've been at us from the kickoff. Yeah, couldn't agree more. I don't think any... Shame you can't do a poll on this. Wonder if you can do a poll. Who wants to keep him?
No, I don't think we'll believe anyone. I think what was it? Oh, God.
Danny said bad keeping too. Yeah, he was a bit slow there, wasn't he? But he expected Mavropanos to do something. I think that's the problem. Otherwise, you're right. He should have come out for it as well. So I think they both were a bit crap there. But yeah, West Ham defending, isn't it? Wilson's taken a smack, and Paqueta gets a yellow card for kicking the ball away.
Well,
as James says, Mavropanos and Kilman, it's a calamity duo. Yeah, I think neither of them are not worth a toss, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, when it gets on pitch, obviously the various, the manager's preparation, tactics, formation, lineup, and all this kind of thing. But when these things happen on the pitch, he has to try and do something from the technical area to affect what is happening on the pitch. Obviously, a substitution, and a positive one, will be the obvious one. But he's basically just seen in front of him how we let in goals. So...
yeah, we've Fulham really pushing now. I'll get out of our half. Ambasaka's can't get it out of his feet. Fulham get it back. Yeah, their tails are up. This is not good.
This is literally play any academy kid ahead. Flo is listed.
Comes in, punched away. Paqueta does well there, but Kudus bad control. Bounces off him. Fulham get it back again.
Yeah, Judas brings up the point that there is a lot of striker talk, but a quality defender.
Goalkeeper.
Even if Potter wants to play three at the back, then we'd still need another. Obviously, yeah, maybe Wan-Bissaka could do it, but
I mean, to be fair, if you went through our team and realistically said which players are top half of the table players and which ones are bottom, there'll be a real mix. There'll be a real split in that team. So there's not going to be a huge amount. I'm not even saying European. I'm just saying top half players and bottom half. So I think we've got some iffy players in our team that need to be moved on.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of terrible ones. Dave says, looking at the league game, Potts needs to make changes now. He was, they were in discussion as they just flashed up Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 1. It's also still Brentford 0, City 0, by the way, and Forest 1, Liverpool 0. Change is needed so badly. We need a positive change at this point.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous now.
Just get off Mavropanos forget, man management and will it upset him or whatever. Every single game he has to do something stupid.
Frank says their centre backs are probably the worst in the league. Tough to, I don't know. I don't know some of the smaller team ones, but I mean they are shocking, aren't they? There's no confidence in that back line. Oh, West Ham on the attack. Don't touch that. Kudus is so offside. If you'd have just left that for Souček should have shouted there.
Yeah, should have woken up a bit on that.
Souček went offside, was he? Let's have another look.
Yeah, Justin says, do we have option to buy clauses with Todibo?
Side.
Yeah. Todibo basically is a buy. It's like already decided.
Oh, we need him.
Gaz80 reckons it could go bad. I mean, you can definitely see that Fulham have got another goal in them. The question is, do we?
Need Kudus to step up here, I think.
Tense times.
I know. It's all gone quiet. What comes in? Oh, Kudus. This is where Kudus went offside. This is where Kudus probably doesn't have that killer instinct, I think, for a striker. I think he's good at running a defence. I just don't think his anticipation as a striker's there. And that's that killer instinct we just need to buy in.
Darren Lee says, as we have a shitload of injuries, this is more unacceptable. In a sense, it is. But it always hurts when Mavropanos plays because he does it again and again. He just does it all the time, like every game. But, at the start of this game, we were talking nonsense saying, what is the, what minute will he make his mistake? Ha, ha, ha. Even though, we don't want him to. We'd love if he didn't, but he did. He made another defensive mistake, which this time in his head was, not predicting that the pass is going to come in, and then when the pass is going to come in, not clearing it. So it hurts when you don't have many offensive options.
Also, it's one of those strange ones. I think if you're like I said at the beginning of the game, if this is a draw, that's not a bad result. And I think like if it's 0-0 or 1-1, that's not a bad result. But when you're 2-0 up, that's when that game management's got to come in. So then it's a disappointment if it's a draw, I think.
Yeah, you're 2-0 up against a decent team. If they make a goal, but if you just give it to them, it's just painful. Ross has Fulham looking.
Fulham have another corner. Yeah, they are looking dangerous.
James Gunn, Fulham free kick, put your house on the goal here. Josh Beaumont, we are so lucky they can't shoot today.
Speak too soon. Cleared out by Mavropanos. They're just winning the second balls.
Yeah, it's just
free kick on the edge of the box for Fulham. It's dangerous.
I think that's probably what James was talking about because we're so far behind.
Darren Lee Tatum, love that titfer. Where'd you get it? What's a titfer? I'm missing something.
Must be. Let's just assume it's your hat.
Titfer. Never heard it called that. Got it from the Hammers Chat shop or store. So check it out.
For some reason, on Paddy Power, the draw is 2-1. Fulham 13-2. 3-3 scoreline is 20-1. 2-1 seems quite generous to me.
Brilliant Focus says, at least it's an open game. We can catch them on the break. Yeah, potentially.
If we had someone, we've got Kudus with pace. That's about it.
Yeah, Bukayo's not been too bad in linking up today. He's hit the floor a few times, but now it's 2-1. This is where probably I'm thinking Rodriguez needs to come off so we can try and get a buffer back again.
Yeah, Richard Barnes has switched to a back five with WHUFUL. I mean, just get Mavropanos off the pitch.
Yeah, anything, just get him off. That's all we want. Harry Wilson's going to strike this. It's free kick, literally just on the edge of the box, dead central. What is our wall going to do? Steps up, and the wall blocks it. Well done.
Yeah, 15 minutes into the second half. Haven't really had any possession to speak of.
Not at all, no.
Which with a packed midfield.
Come on, Wan-Bissaka.
I mean, they did show Potter in discussion with his helper a few minutes ago. We desperately need to see some action.
Keep winning it back, don't they? That's a problem. We just can't seem to get
Yeah,
hold
we
of it.
just. I mean, we've got players whose entire career mindset has been to sit back when the opponent gets the ball, because we've got just central defensive midfielders on the pitch. So we don't. You know, you've got two players, maybe Soler, with a forward-thinking mindset. Well, Danny Ings is on. I only see Ings on. Who did he go off for? At this point, the chat will have to tell us. Well, the energy, the youth, the
Vigor.
the vivacity, the vim, verve, and vigor, and just vitality and whatever else of.
Kudus off, Danny Ings on.
I mean, Kudus was looking a bit tired, to be honest. And if we've also got, we've got a game in 3-4 days. I don't mind that, like protecting the attacking players we have. I mean, it could have seems that he never gets injured, but what if he did?
Doesn't look happy coming off.
I mean, he shouldn't really be happy with his own display. He's probably a bit frustrated with playing in a game that is a bit scrappy.
Yeah, I don't think he looks comfortable in that position. He's not a striker for me at all.
Right, Ings, run. 30 minutes as a fit, elite, supremely well-paid athlete. Just run.
Rodriguez wins a foul.
We now have no pace at all. Yeah, at this point, I think I'd say
He's
probably
to slow it down, doesn't he?
I'd say probably Wan-Bissaka's our fastest player. Soler maybe is the second fastest. So this is this is really getting close to Masters walking vets football. It's going to have to just be absolute pinpoint passing. Otherwise, we're going to be knackered in 5 minutes.
Simon says, Ings is like that person who tries to run across a zebra crossing, but goes slower than when he was actually walking. That's a good analogy. I like that one. Jordan says, kudos for Ings is like swapping an Audi for a trolley from Audi. Any more people? Keep them coming. I like these.
Yeah. I mean, you could. Ings does that run. I saw something about like the petrol station run. When you leave the petrol station shop and you do this back to your car, but it doesn't make you go any quicker.
A little up in the air run.
I mean, we've got a tiny bit of possession. We had a bit of possession. We did play it around. We did keep possession.
Oh, yellow
We want
card.
a foul. That's trying to look at the positives here. Someone, either a captain on the pitch, a Potter on the side, someone needs to emphasize, we're 2-1 up, calm, control. Just keep the ball. Just keep the ball. Just find a teammate. That's absolutely fine for the next 30 minutes. Oh, City have scored.
Ogiamata says, do coaches have something against Kudus?
I just think it's the game coming up. I mean, I think it is Saturday 3 p.m, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, we've got a Saturday game, and we have no one else to call upon. So slightly protecting him, I think, is okay. The Ings.
Come on, Emerson, when you're back. Oh, that's got to be a yellow card for Soucek. Yep.
They've got a good run. Ings is so slow, he's still making a run from the Villa game. Yeah, feeling a bit nervous when Fulham have the ball, I have to say.
Nigel says, can we get some positivity, please? For F's sake, we're 2-1 up with a heavily depleted.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 3 mistakes, 3 goals.
We love these
My
people.
God. Well,
Imagine if that was Ings that scored that.
I mean, in the words of DJ like an MC Neat, with a little bit of luck, we'll make it through the night, because that goal, I mean, that came at the perfect time.
Yeah, totally against run of play, and we will take that.
I mean, obviously, in 30 minutes' time, who knows what this is going to mean? But just at the time when we're looking like we're just throwing on old age pensioners on the pitch. Neil Thomas brings up again, for how far are you guys behind? About a minute, because it takes about 30 seconds for Stream Builder to hit YouTube. So our reactions will be, I mean, Mike's Travels, nice pressing.
Danny Ings made that.
Ashley thinks Humble Pie is gonna come on 3-1. What have I been putting on my cornflakes? Was Ings involved?
Yes.
Yeah, Ings pressing.
It's
that elite level of athleticism. You bring on Danny Ings for his physicality and motivational prowess. GP says, I said 5-1. I don't think I said plonker.
Hope you're right, GP. Come on, please. Amazing.
Unbelievable. Well, what can you say? 3-1.
Yeah, an Ings assist as well. I wouldn't have called that.
Unbelievable. Fulham draw at this point, just for your information, is 12-1. Bournemouth are also 2-1 up against Chelsea.
Dave says they just couldn't handle his blistering pace. Lingford
It's unexpected. That's the thing. He looks so slow, which we've obviously got this wrong. He actually looks slow is fast. It's like they used to do. It's like they used to do those laps around, the original Top Gear when they had that racetrack by the airfield hangar. And Jeremy Clarkson always used to say, "Looking slow is going fast." Same thing with Danny Ings.
Yeah, they look a bit shaky at the back. We'll take this.
At this point, I'm looking at, if you say Chelsea, Bournemouth draw, Brentford City draw, Forest, Liverpool draw, it's about 58-1. This is not gambling advice. Yeah, new super striker only scores within 2 minutes of coming on. Brendan Focus says, I'm well behind. We've only just scored our third against Man U at Upton Park. That's good. That's good punnery. Yeah, I mean, this goalkeeper, we owe him quite a lot. Bit of a debt of thanks. Ings is like a duck. You don't see what's going on underneath the hair. Yeah, Ings is so fast. It's like when you see tires and you think they're going backwards, but they're so fast. they're going forward.
Helicopter propellers. Another yellow card, West Ham.
This says at the cellular level, Ings is lightning quick. It's like that bit in Warp Speed just before it flies off into the distance. That's Ings' permanent speed.
Neil has said he has given out a lot of yellow cards, actually. I'm going to have a look at the stats on that. There's been quite a few, haven't there?
Yeah, I did do a stupid bet builder. I don't know what my chances are on it.
2 for West Ham. Well, 4, maybe not that many. It feels like it's been more than 4 yellow cards.
Well, let's see what happens. 72 minutes, still 20 minutes to go. I did have a double. I did a £1 double on us winning this game 3-1 and us winning the Palace game 3-2 because £1 made £300.
Mancunian Hammer says, now come on, we've been very, very lucky in this game. We played well for 20 minutes in the first half after looking at 6s and 7s. Yeah, but you know, sometimes you just need these little ones to turn it around. You need a bit of confidence to be built. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Who cares? We'll take it.
Yeah, even in you know, obviously what could be called the Lopetegui era, which was like a micro era. There were still moments in there like when Kudus hit the post and that would have made it, I think, 2-2 against City. Small stuff like that. So take a bit of luck. And also with the team, right? Bowen out, Somerville out.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy Irving. And yes, we are almost a minute behind due to the 30-second YouTube delay.
Oh, Soler's look good. So saving him. London Bridge Brick says, question for the panel: who in their West Ham prime was the quickest, Clive Allen or Ings? I think Martin Allen was quicker than Ings. I'm not really worried about that, but
Jesus, Bournemouth 2-1. Can't believe it.
Yeah, we've got Ings at the tail end, haven't we? That's the problem. Why do we have Clive Allen? Yeah, probably the same. Fun facts. Actually, I've got a fun fact for once because someone's brought up Clive Allen. I just realised I actually had to go on a driver awareness course for being 1 mile an hour over a speed limit. Pain in the ass. I got pulled, and on my speed awareness course was Clive Allen.
Was that when you did it in person?
Yeah, you have to go in and do it in person. Yeah, in Brentwood, I think it was. And when we had Avram Grant, and Clive Allen told me another fact. The reason we got Avram Grant in was because Avram Grant was best man at Abramovich's wedding, and apparently there was some agreement that he had to be the next West Ham manager for some shady loan. I'm not backing that up with any facts apart from that's what Clive Allen told me.
Yeah, I mean, Irving's at least getting, decent 25 minutes now. Whenever Irving gets on the ball, he finds a teammate with a pass, which is not a bad start to make. Yeah, I mean, Richard B. doubts it's your 1 mile an hour over. I mean, that is...
That was 1 mile over. I was 41 and a 30, so 1 mile over what I should have been going. I mean, everyone goes 10 miles an hour over, don't they? Where did we sign Andy Irving from? Let's have a look.
Fulham starting to attack more and more.
Over the bar.
Yeah, the Paqueta fall and lose the ball. Marcus is up for a conga if we win this game. 4-1.
Yeah, be buzzing.
Passing is neat today. I mean, we have moments. We definitely have good moments. I mean, Irving has an absolutely lovely touch. This is the first. Obviously, we haven't really seen him this season physically. So physically, you don't know what's he going to be like. But every time he gets the ball, he does pick out a teammate. And he's actually there to collect it.
Yeah, makes himself available. That's all you want. And they're pressing well. One that won it back. Don't counter us, Fulham. Well done, Paqueta. Paqueta's look good. And he wins the throw. Dave said Ings is moving with the swagger. Either that or his hips have gone. I like it. Mark is going for Irving to score. That'd be good. Sean says, who would have seen us scoring 3 with no starting striker? Yeah, not me. That's for sure. We love this on a Tuesday night.
Just scrolling through the chat. Inex says, "Do you two live in a sack? As you both bollocks?" Inex, where is it? Where is it all coming from? Where's all the hate coming from? I thought you were on board. Thomas McKeever brings up fried jam sandwich. It's probably nice. Caramelize the sugar in it.
Oh, fried bread with jam on, though, isn't it? That's got to be weird.
Sean Hammond says, "Who scoring 3 with no starting striker?"
Joshua saying Emerson is looking lazy. Yeah, he does look sluggish. I mean, would you bring on Skulls? I probably would in this sort of game now. You're 3-1 up. 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you get to another 5 minutes. Why not? He's already done it. It's not like he hasn't done,
Yeah.
He's got the Villa game in the bank. Shamrock Dunn says in Wales, I got charged with attempted murder for doing 24 hours in the 22.
Go on, Paqueta. Oh, through there, but didn't quite have the pace. Is there a sub? Are we going to make a sub? Name's offside.
15 minutes to go. Actually, less than that. Well, depending on extra time. Don't knock it till you tried it. Yeah. Fried jam sandwich. I mean, do you add any oil to fry the bread, or? Oh, for fuck's sake! 3-2. People are saying we're behind.
Yeah, we've seen that as well. Balls. Right, so where's this goal coming from? God, no one's closing him down. It won't be. So much time.
A lot of watching.
Rodriguez. Is it Rodriguez or Kilman? I can't remember. He's at 24. Weak defending. Iwobi had so much time in that build-up, though. Just sit back and pick his pass.
Yeah, Alvarez basically looked at him twice and then just stood off. Rodriguez tried to get back, but obviously can't. And that was bad from Alvarez.
But why have you got our 2 central midfielders marking there anyway?
Just Alvarez, look, watching him.
Yeah.
What was he? Oh, God.
Do something.
He wasn't even in the way of the goal. He was off to the side.
Again, Fabianski is just his anticipation. So he could do better. I still say we need 2 goalkeepers. Not a fan of either our keepers.
Yeah.
Neil agrees, says terrible goalkeeping. Fabs has had a stinker. Slightly stronger there from Danny. Yeah, I agree. I think it's been 2 big mistakes. Oh, and it's back to squeaky bum time for us all. Oh, how have they come away with that? Tracking back, Alvarez. But come on, Irvin, keep it safe. Just keeping it simple, which I like. Oh, and then he loses it. Oh, Fulham counter. Shit. Oh, good stop, Fabianski. Oh, this is getting hairy now, people. Mason saying, please get Fabs out of goal. Richard, this has been a shambles from both teams. Yeah, it's not been a game for the defenders. DC said he's struggling to think of 5 players he'd keep from this squad. It's a burning wreck of a squad. Rodriguez is down. He's got cramp.
Good old-fashioned cramp after 80 minutes.
We've got to get him off now. Get Guilherme on. Guilherme, get on.
Just anyone. Oh, for fuck's sake, Cresswell.
Uh,
Oh, God.
again, when you Skulls is coming on as well. Again, when you think about Skulls aside, when you think of Creswell, Ings, who else came on? Irving. Would they get into the top half of it? Any top half teams in the Premier? I don't think they would. James says, will Rodriguez be blamed for Irving losing the ball? Irving did lose the ball, but it's quite a way out the pitch. But yeah, not great. Not great. Good news is Skulls on. And Gary gives it the come on, West Ham. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to hold on. Can we do it? Can we do it?
We've got 2 left backs on, so we've got a left
Creswell
back
must
and a
be more
midfielder
central.
off, and then 2 left backs on.
Yeah, Creswell will be playing central though, won't he? Oh no, away. Shot comes in, dribbles out.
Yeah, looks like Scars is left wing.
Kansas Storm says, I thought we were getting Rodriguez. We need to go back to Betis. I'm not sure. I haven't heard that rumour. Have you heard that one, Nick?
I think it's one of these things of it'll be a miracle if anyone wants him.
Cling on time, isn't it? That's all we can do. Why can't we just have a nice, simple watch along for once? Just, we're 3-0 up for once. We can just, chill and enjoy and have some banter with the comments. But no,
there's no such thing as a comfortable victory.
it won't let us do it.
Hold out with that awful.
Saka just hoops it away.
Not sure he can
I
watch
know,
it
mate.
anymore.
I feel your pain, buddy.
Shamrock dances blow the whistle. Still 15 minutes. Paul says one more win, we're back to our usual position of 10th. Is 10th our usual position? Yeah, Danny says this is like an exhibition. Throw on Ings, throw on Cresswell.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
School reunion.
I mean, surely Potter can see, don't play Mavropanos again. Just don't.
Yeah. A lot of people saying Pack is on empty, needs to come off. We do need some energy. I don't think he's played bad. I think Paqueta's had a pretty good game, to be fair, but yeah, he's blowing. So just give someone who's going to press a bit more. That's what we need, just up top, just to hold it off. Fulham making another sub though. They're bringing energy into this game. Come on, Potter. Oh, they're bringing 2 subs on. And Fulham are really going to be going for this now.
Marta wonders why is our defence so bad. Just bad transfer mistakes. Justin Howard, any transfer rumours from West Ham? Yeah, rumours at best.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Too many rumours, not enough facts.
Yeah, nothing concrete or reliable or exciting.
Get a foul here, Paqueta. Come on. Oh, kicks it straight to a Fulham player. They're going to counter. Oh, he's travelled so far. Luckily, it was crap.
Right, let's just keep possession. Just do that.
Take your time, boys. Take your time.
Every time you pass the ball, it's important.
Paqueta wins a foul. 5 minutes to go.
Fulham draw is 4-1. Fulham win 50-1. Home win is 1-6, which highly puts things in our favour.
Britain in Focus says, is a draw at this point as bad as a defeat? It'll probably feel like it, wouldn't it? I think it'll probably feel like it, and we don't want them to be demoralised. So just
yeah, I mean, it'll feel like a missed 3 points from where we're on the table now and the fixtures that we've got coming up. If we can somehow get 3 points out of this game, and obviously if you think maybe, hopefully, Somerville can come back for Palace, maybe Bowen's back 2 weeks after that.
Ray says, get Lindelof from Man U. It's not one I've heard of. I'm not a fan of Lindelof.
I mean, he's better than Mavropanos, I'll say that without
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Manan's better than Mavropanos. But I think Lindelof, I don't know. I like big lumps of defenders, like your James Collins type, but ones that can actually play. Because I know we've already got Mavropanos, who's a big lump, but he's useless. But Lindelof's a bit too small. I think he's too much like Kilman.
Yeah, the ideal situation is if we can get 3 points out of this, and if Potter can use it to say, at least give me Dewsbury Hall, I'd be fine with Dewsbury Hall because he's not decrepit.
Panic stations, isn't it, at the moment? It's
either a defender or Potter has to be brave and just not play Mavropanos and just play Casey instead.
And Ings gives it away. Luckily, we get it back.
Just say, Caelan Casey, do you know how to play the offside trap? Yes. If you see a football heading in your direction, will you kick it? Yes. You're in. Just do those two things. Play hoofball for 90 minutes, but just don't be crap.
Spud Farmer says this is like one of those horror movies where you don't know if something bad will happen or not. You just, that's being a West Ham supporter, isn't it? We're going to talk about how stupid Mavro was last match when he tried to header that ball from the ground. Yeah, I
thought that might give him a week off, but Mancunian says we've sunk too deep.
Needs a season off.
Ionix says Paqueta's blowing more than you do, Norfolk. I don't know if someone pissed Ionix's cereal this morning. he's just taking all this rage on the world out. I don't know if Ionix watches all these YouTube videos of people saying, there's an agenda against us in society. Do you watch Russell Brand videos, Ionix, and just rage?
I quite like it. I quite like the abuse. Gives us something to talk about when it takes the mind off this squeaky bum moment football. So we're on. I know what you're on. I'm on 87, just gone 87.
Yeah, but I've also got the real live timer up, which says 89. So I'm just watching that and just looking at 3-2, hoping I don't see the locked bar icon.
As well, I mean, he's good at free kicks as a free kick comes in, but
yeah, I also agree with Dave. Dewsbury Hall does also sound like a posh wedding thing. Yeah, commentators saying Mavro played well in the first half. I mean, he had nothing to do.
Who is the commentator? Who are they? Interesting to know.
Decent free kick. Someone should have got on that.
Danny Ings pressing down again. He's actually working. I mean, I know he's not been on long, so he should have the energy, but he's blocking some shots, Ings.
Oh God, official timer is now 90 minutes. This is pain. This is like watching the old teletext. And I'm just watching the numbers on the screen. Just saying, come on, let's just get 3 points out of this, please.
Oh, really? You've got me fancying a melted cheese sandwich now. I'm starving. Oh, foul. Surely, ref. Come on, Paqueta. Yeah, it was a foul.
Brentford City 2-2. Oh, well. Just won £6.62. Hooray.
Get yourself a Mackey's.
I don't eat that plastic junk.
No, you wouldn't.
Come on.
Buy yourself some, I don't know,
what
kale.
the hell is that stuff even made of?
Something, I don't know. Oh, 6 minutes of added time.
This is going to be painful. This is going to be so painful.
That's long, isn't it?
Yeah, Gio says have a 2-minute chat after full time. Maybe we can try and do some like spontaneous player ratings. Oh, come on. It says 90 plus 2. Oh, 90 plus 2. Still 3-2.
Oh, clear it. Well done. Clearing it, but we're clearing it to no one. So it's just coming back at us at the moment.
Oh, just won another £4.36. Oh, shit. I've got this one. Oh, God.
Way. Oh, my Masakrov.
What do you reckon of this? As I'm talking to you, it might change. Northie, what do you reckon on this?
Yep.
£1 bet, potential returns, £65. My God, that was close.
Oh, my God.
Score.
Oh,
Right, listen.
great
listen
defending, Skulls.
£1 bet. Brentford City draw, currently is a draw 90 plus 4. West Ham win, currently is 90 plus 3. Forest win, currently is 66 minutes. I could cash out now for £22 off £1 or wait for 65.
I mean, that ain't bad, is it? That's not bad.
Not Forest Liverpool, I don't know what's going on at 66 minutes. I'm going to cash out at £22.
Apparently, Forest are playing really well.
No, I know, but I
It's Liverpool,
did
isn't it?
that well last weekend. There you go. Cashed out £22.29p. £21.29p profit. Ugh.
Great defending from Skulls there.
Oh, just as I cashed out, it says Forest Liverpool 1-1. Oh, God. Official time, 90 plus 3. Ah! Why? Why is being a West Ham fan so difficult?
Riley, no one's listening to you. You're not big. You're not clever. Don't worry about it.
That's so bad. Look, I don't know if this. Look at that. Cashed out. I cashed out a minute before Liverpool scored for a massive £21 profit. That'll buy about 2 McDonald's burgers and 2 fries if the adverts are anything to go by. For fuck's sake, West Ham. Come on.
Just keep it. That's it. Skulls, bringing it up. Crosses it in. That's a decent cross. Oh, unlucky. Good cross from Skulls. Good bombing forward.
Still 3-2. Come on, West Ham, please.
Man, come on.
There is a troll in the chat, but I'm leaving Riley the troll in the chat.
Yeah, we'll leave him
because he has to also watch adverts every 5 or 10 minutes, which gives Gio and Gonzo another few pence per advert. I don't know how it works out, but fuck! Oh, still 3-2. Still 3-2. Ah, still 3-2. Still 3-2. Official timer says 90 plus 5. Fuck.
They wouldn't give us the ball back here.
It's so painful. Oh, fuck's sake. Can it just fucking say full time, please?
No, come on. Come on.
90 plus 5 just hanging on my screen. Oh, God. Still saying 90 plus 5. Come on, any minute, any second now.
High blood pressure. So right, isn't it?
Still says 3-2. Still says 3-2.
Dave says Skulls couldn't get a minute under Moyes or Loppy. He's been looking great every minute under Potter. Yeah, it's amazing you give you for chance, isn't it?
Oh, official timer says 90 plus 6. I realize this is not entertaining YouTubing, having someone read out a timer.
Oh, balls it in. Oh, also, I don't know why, but on our graphic it says plus 4 minutes, but it is plus 6. So nothing to do with us before anyone pipes up.
Come on, West Ham, please. Come on, 90 plus 6, please become full time.
Who are you going for your man of the match on this one?
I'll have to think about this as soon as I see FT. Please.
I can do mine. I think it has been Paqueta. I think Paqueta's been really good. He's worked really hard today. So hopefully we're starting to see that old Paqueta back. Bought us fouls. He's dived a bit, but he's bought us time.
Come on, say
Scored
something.
it. Good.
Oh, fuck, it says 3. Fuck, it says 3-3. Oh, no, what? It says 3-3, then it says 3-2. Paddy Power. Paddy Power just had a fucking glitch of the year. Oh, my, what the fuck? I'm not even joking. Paddy Power flicked up 3-3. Did they score and it was disallowed or something? Oh, apparently that's it. Why did Paddy Power just put up 3-3? You absolute fucking cunts.
Oh, we can chill. Great stuff. Well, an amazing watch along. Never easy. Never a comfortable watch. But who gives a crap? I don't think that was our best performance, but I think there was really good spells. And I'm just going to go and get a cup of tea. I think I'm sorted now. Thank God that's over. We'll hand it over to Gio.
Oh my God! Thank God for that. I think that was just one of those wins. You know what? It just feels like it was possibly one of those character building wins. We definitely rode our luck. Their second goal was as good as worthless because Mavropanos just went, oh, the ball is over there. So even if mistakes definitely gave us goals. That's true. But without
3 points is 3 points. We'll take it.
Without the defensive genius of Dinos Mavropanos, they don't get their second and then have us absolutely bricking ourselves all the way. So lovely 3 points. Lovely.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.